Yeah, buddies, it's the Bennington Show. I'm Ron Bennington. Gail Bennington on maternity leave today. She is, well, quite frankly, she's a young mother. I got to turn off my rock here. I came rocking in at the last second. Some big guests hanging around in the lobby, huh?
Yeah.
How are we not on that list?
I didn't see that. I looked back and I didn't see him on the list.
Who can be the person who looks for such things in the future? Can't be Vito. He's too busy doing his announcing. Can't do Earl. He's very, very caught up in Black Rock Coalition. I don't know. I guess I'll just leave it to the wind. Oh my God, Molly's here.
It's me, Molly Bennington.
Molly, when is the last time we saw you?
It was 2 years ago.
Wow.
Yep, did some big math this morning. Figured it out.
That is insane. So wait, it's 2 years since you've been back to New York, or just not on a major holiday when we're just vacationing?
Yeah, not on a major holiday when you're not vacationing.
Yeah,
so.
you're like, I'm coming home for Rosh Hashanah. You were Molly was for 2 different semesters, but why do we have you way over there and this thing in between us?
I'm gonna scooch over.
I need some producing is what I want to have in the future. Earl, I know that you're new back into the game. Producing, that's what we need here in the future. Because I had all this stuff in between me and Miles. Mal, you were our hot intern for 2 different semesters. You basically rose to the top.
And then fell hard.
Yeah, and then fell hard. And now you're a big producer for NPR.
Yes, that's right.
So I feel like I'm speaking too fast for you.
Yeah, you need to really, emphasize maybe...
Molly has stopped in here with us on this last dog days
quieter.
Even quieter.
Yeah, just down to a whisper.
I don't want to bother anybody when I do radio, but...
birds tweeting in the background.
This time of year in New York, we find ourselves getting fresh peaches from upstate.
And then the sound of a peach dropping on the ground.
Is that what you do?
Yep.
But you love the NPR?
Yeah, I like it a lot. I do like it. It's it's different every day. It's there's a lot of writing involved.
Just like here.
Yes.
Just like here.
No, I did writing for you for the iBang, and
oh yeah, that's right.
I did a few articles of my own. One about dreams, one about holiday jazz. So I really spanned a lot of different topics there.
Holiday jazz.
I'm the authority on holiday jazz.
Well, your dad is a big saxophone player.
Yeah, so I do know a thing or two about jazz, and not as much about holidays.
What's the name of the Canadian award that he won?
Oh, a Juno.
A Juno Award.
Yes.
Yeah, which they give out to all the kids in the hall. Just always Juno Award winning kids in the hall.
It's just a participation trophy, really.
Yeah. Do you like Canada?
I do. I was just there, actually.
Where at?
I was in Toronto. I just got back from a big road trip. Yep.
You and the pals?
Yep, me and the pals.
No.
Open road.
You still hang out with Norris?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I just saw her this morning.
Why didn't she come in with you?
She was working.
She's working?
Yeah, she's working. So, but she sent her love, and she gave you some M&Ms, which she knows you like.
There's a M&M store really close by too, which is really exciting now.
She didn't get them from the M&M store. She raised those M&Ms
those
from
would
birth.
come in a little yellow bag.
Oh, yeah. No, this is from I won't blow up her spot, but well, I will. They're from her office.
Oh, she stole them from the office.
Yes.
Put them in a cup and off they go.
But she wrote Tio on there.
What kind of work is she doing now?
She's doing video producing for this company called Makers. She actually just had she was just hosting a video about, it's called Women Who Get Shit Done, I think.
Send it to me.
Okay, I'll send it along. It's really good. She did a great job.
I always like to know what the interns, how they've grown up to be and what they're doing.
Yeah.
One of them, I don't want to say which one, is a hit man.
Who?
Popcorn.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he is.
I never got to meet Popcorn, but I think I followed him. I'm pretty sure he was, did everyone hate Popcorn?
Only Fez.
Oh, okay. Because I followed him and I felt like I had a boost from the beginning because it was not a tough act to follow up.
Didn't you even do an AMA?
Yeah, I did.
About us, and you were with...
I was with Pips.
Yeah.
Shelbs, I think.
That's right. And I remember Fez came rushing to me and said, the ex-interns are doing that, man. And I go, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know what this is. They answer questions. They're going to say everything that happens here. I go, nothing literally happens here. I go, one time, shit used to happen when I was off the air, but I put those days behind me.
It was very tame.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I remember somebody got in trouble for that. I think it might have been Pips.
Got in trouble from who?
Like from the Sirius XM gods and goddesses.
Oh, with them saying, hey, you're not allowed to talk about what happened here?
Yeah.
No, everybody does. It's okay.
People talk about it on the air, actually. It's kind of, this is just an AMA live, basically.
All right, here's a thing. And Vito, perhaps you can lead us through this. This is a piece up on the iBang. Now, this is from Business Insider, and that they said that these words did not exist before a movie gave them meaning.
Ooh.
And I was looking at it, I'm going, I don't know if that's true. I can't prove it anywhere. But, so give us the first one on the list, Vito.
The first one on the list is clueless. And the word...
Just tell us the word, dude.
It's...
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to be...
All right, why don't you go back? Let Earl go back into his thing. Earl, come on over here. You don't have the iBang, Chris?
I have it up. Yes, I have it up.
What was happening with Vito that he was under such stress here?
I think he was waiting for it to show up on that screen.
Wow. I think he's... Now, according to this, before Ghostbusters, no one said something was toast.
This premise is ridiculous because you would have to... I mean, how would you be able to prove for sure that nobody said toast before 1984?
I kind of feel like people used to say, we're toast, dude. All right, but according to them, Bill Murray came up with this term on Ghostbusters, we're toast. Now, I will say something. I have never, in my real life, ever heard a black person call someone a turkey. And yet, in late 70s or early 80s, TV and movies, that was a constant. Even in an Eddie Murphy movie, where somebody says something to him like, I didn't expect to see a turkey so close to Thanksgiving. I'm in the theater going like this. No one would say that. All right, what's next? Keep moving it along. Now, according to this, Clueless, this was Vito was eventually trying to get to, was the first anyone ever said my bad.
I don't think that's true because I was born in 1994.
Yeah,
and I said my bad immediately coming out of the womb.
Sure, my bad. Sorry, Mom, my bad. Someone asked me before if Hall & Oates were the ones who can't come up with no can do. I said, I can't go for that. No can do. It was actually Gail's guy. And I said, I'm going to be totally honest. Just like with these, I couldn't say either way.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like all these things we've heard before. All right, here's the next one. Bucket list.
This is absolutely not true.
Business Insider would not put out a lying list.
No, this is a lie because I remember the fact that they would come up with the premise of the bucket list,
right? In
addition to creating a movie about a bucket list. That's just not true because no one would go see that. What would a bucket list mean to you?
I don't think anyone did. I didn't want to go see something where Jack Nicholson was old and tried to do a couple things before he died. That was too painful for me.
I never saw this movie. Did he have like a terminal illness?
Oh, yeah. I saw the trailer and I yelled out in the theater, I shan't see this film.
That's from Bucket List.
Yeah.
They came up with that.
I came up with shan't. No one before that. I might have came up with shart, too. I don't know. I don't know for a fact. But I know I came up with the term Shart Week, which is... It's sharks and sharts together in a tornado.
I thought it might have been because, you're sitting there watching Shark Week. You're so afraid that you...
I was sore afraid, I like to say, when I get like that.
Wow.
All right, let's keep going. Gaslighting, this is true.
That
no
could
one
be.
said gaslighting before gaslight.
But isn't that just a reference to the movie?
Yes.
It's not like they came up with it.
They didn't say gaslighting in the movie. You're right about that. Hey, don't forget, we're going to be gaslighting her. And by the way, if you watch Gaslight, it's not the same thing as what we think of as gaslighting. It's the term gaslighting is really not dead on. It's not on the nose. Look how, go back up. Look how weird posters were in those days. They were basically book covers.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. Also, why the vignette? You have a border on the end. Why not just go to it?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Meet the border.
All right, let's keep going. No one said dark side before Star Wars. That might be true.
Yeah, but again, that's just another reference. Like when you say, "Oh, come over to the dark side," you're making a reference to Star Wars. It's not like they invented a word. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too down on this list.
Yeah, you are.
I hate Business Insider.
You know why? Because they're capitalist.
Right.
And you're a socialist at NPR. Join us later tonight, and we're going to go over Bernie's top 10 songs about socialism. All right. And I put some flowers in this bucket. It's kind of a nice
slosh,
thing to
slosh.
Have. The slosh
of the bucket. I'm being the bucket.
Okay. You're doing slosh?
Yes.
All right, keep moving along here. All right, Derp is from 1990. First of all, I'm very shocked that that Basketball came out 20 years ago.
I'm not going to lie to you. I have never heard of this movie.
Well, it's the guys from South Park, which, oddly enough, is Daryl Hall and John Oates. They're the guys who invented it, and they came up with No Can Do and South Park. And this is a ridiculous movie that didn't do really well for them, but derp was their big term. Now, Catfish probably did come from Catfish because it still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't think that that's true either. The practice didn't get its name because again, like, they're just creating a name for a phenomenon that they're making a TV show about or a documentary about or whatever.
Yeah, and it's all a lie. Their whole show is they're catfishing us by watching it.
Really?
There's no truth to that show, that documentary. None of it. Zero.
Really?
Yes.
The
It's
catfisher,
all 100% a lie.
the catfisher reaches out to the production team, so they
All right, MILF. They say came from American Pie.
I do believe that's true.
I think that one might be true too, but this is again almost 20 years, and I haven't been to a cocktail party with older people that I haven't heard someone explaining what a MILF is to a MILF. And I get the feeling that the MILF kind of wants, I want someone to say it to me.
Oh, what does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
MILF.
Like I'm someone that they would want
Like, what would a MILF look like?
Yeah.
Is there one in this room?
What do they do to MILFs anyway? What would they do to me if I'm the MILF?
The best part of this, I think, is there's a parenthetical that says the actor who used the term is officially credited in the movie as MILF guy number 2.
All right, I do like MILF guy number 2.
He's my favorite character.
And is that all of them?
One more.
Yippee-ki-yay? I thought that was an old cowboy song.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yippee-ki goes risers in.
Yeah, it's
the
from I'm an Old Cowhand.
sky.
When Bing
I'm an
Crosby
old
sings
cowhand.
Yippee Ya Yo Kaya, it's slightly different.
Oh.
So read a book.
Yippee-ki-yay. It should say yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, because it doesn't work without it. Now, the number of times that I have called John McCain has got to be in the thousands. Literally in the thousands. All right, Eric in Indiana wants to dispute some of this. Eric, what's your beef,
How great
buddy?
is it to hear? How great is it to hear Sweet Molly's voice again?
Molly is back, and
Thanks.
she's all grown up.
Oh, wonderful!
Yeah.
I'm so happy you guys said MILF in that theater when we went to see American Pie. I was right, the perfect age to see that in the theater. We looked at each other as soon as they said that, and holy shit, they said MILF, just like AJ's mom. They said MILF. We were saying MILF before that movie came out.
Now, did you get it down anywhere, Eric? Was there a videotape
I took
or
a patent out. I have it licensed and everything.
You
I mean, I
mailed it
wrote
to yourself, post stamped and everything.
Right. No, nowhere. No proof. I can never prove it. I have to fight about it all the time. You think I'd give it up, but I really
so
feel it's
you'll
important
find
that people
yourself
knew.
at a party going, "I'm the dude who came up with that."
That's my thing. That's my thing.
I always like when any kind of slang suddenly goes away. Like there became a day that people said, "No, I'm not going to say groovy anymore. I'm not going to use the term groovy one more time."
Coolio was one of those from my childhood. Everyone was saying Coolio, and then one day it was not Coolio to say Coolio.
I just found 2 weeks ago I stopped saying Audi 500 when I was leaving somewhere. Well, I'm Audi 500, everyone.
I still say that.
Do you?
Yeah,
All right.
but I say Audi 2018.
You know, here's the thing. Hold on to it. You know what I mean? Because it could come back around.
You never know.
Yeah. Now, Earl, let me ask you something.
Ask.
What's that?
Ask.
Oh, I didn't know you spoke English. For you, what's the greatest black saying of all time? Because I still think it's skin me.
I still like jive ass mother.
You're a jive ass mother.
Jive ass mother.
You're on satellite, right? What are you worried about?
Trying to give up swearing.
Here's Jason in Rochester.
Hey, Ron. I can't believe none of them called you out on this, but Philip Seymour Hoffman in Along Came Polly has a joke about him sharting his pants, and he explains that a shart is a fart and that turns out to be a shit.
Yeah. Well, they didn't need to call me out on that. I was joking. No one thought I came up with the term shart. I'm willing to give it to the late Philip Seymour Hoffman, a genius who shall be known for coming up with shart. Jake, what's up?
Hey, Ron. Just wanted to point out that Dark Side of the Moon came out before Star Wars.
Well, that's something different. I mean, the things have had dark sides. And, there was that song, Dark Side of the Street. But to go to the dark side is the saying you are choosing evil, not that there is a dark side of the moon. You know what I'm saying?
The loonies on the grass, though.
What's that?
The loonies on the grass. Pretty evil.
Okay.
To his credit, the Business Insider piece did say just dark side in quotes.
Yeah.
And they didn't really come up with that.
All right, let's go back over the list quickly and just have a vote.
Okay.
As a team. All right, number one on the list of these terms were invented by the movie is toast. We're toast. I want to say, you're saying no?
2 thumbs down.
I want to say Ghostbusters came up with it because I had eaten toast before, but I never felt like I'm in trouble. I'm toast.
Mm-hmm.
Earl, where are you?
I'm giving it a thumbs down. Somebody had to have said
Somebody,
it.
but you have no proof. We're here. They're giving us proof. Bill Murray. Chris?
Give it to Bill Murray, okay?
Yeah.
What?
Oxford English Dictionary is on his side, so am I.
All right, I mean...
Are you saying that's in the dictionary?
Yeah, it says Oxford English Dictionary directly cites the film as the source.
Game over then.
I don't know.
Game over.
I'm holding out.
All right, the next one. My bad. Now, to me, that seems like something dads have said since the 1950s. Because you don't think anyone young would ever say my bad.
I don't know. I feel like I hear people my age say my bad all the time. But I don't know if it can, this whole list is really getting to me.
Well, Business Insider, I mean, if anybody's going to look into it, it's the good folks there. So you're not agreeing?
No, I'm
going to go with you. I don't think this is true. Chris?
I 100% believe that it's from Clueless is my bad. I don't remember using it before 94.
Earl?
I heard this thing in the 80s when I was in junior high.
Do you remember who said it?
It was like hip-hop kids would say that. Like, you bum. Oh, ooh, sorry, my bad. Boom,
Yeah,
keep
I
going.
can't imagine hip-hop kids saying my bad. It seems like something someone says at the office. You know what I mean?
oh, like
This is my bad. I'll take care of this.
Yeah, it's either like a sweaty, middle-aged, comb-over white guy or like a hip-hop kid from the 80s.
By the way, I think I'm the one who come up with no, negatory. Long before Mike Myers did. Negatory, good buddy. I just feel that way. I also think, and I honestly think I said this to my dad when I was a little kid, we're going to need a bigger boat. I honestly do.
You.
Let's go to Tony in Cleveland. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Ron, how's it going?
Good.
Johnny Cash had that song Ghost Riders in the Sky. Didn't he say Yippee-Ki-Yay?
I brought up Ghost Riders in the Sky, which was probably around 50 years before Johnny Cash covered it.
I think it goes back to the 30s or something.
Yeah. And I thought that they said... that. Now, did you ever say anything in your neighborhood or school that you never heard other places?
Yes.
What do you have?
I went to summer camp and everyone in the camp was saying custy, which is disgusting becomes custing becomes custy. And I went back to school throwing that around and no one had any idea what I was talking about.
No, it didn't go.
It did not catch on.
Now, where I came from, and I never heard it anywhere else, but I only heard this my whole life. We never said the term skipping school. We said bunking school. And then later I would say to people, hey, did you used to bunk school? And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? But even our principal would be like, kids, no bunking. I'm telling you right now, if you are bunking school, we will catch the bunkers.
That's terrible.
And yet, I only knew that term, nothing else but that.
I just thought of another one.
Yeah.
In high school, instead of saying really pretty, people would say dumb pretty or dumb, tall. It was crazy, but it was something that everybody said. And then
she is dumb pretty.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that is stupid. That's a weird.
It's dumb stupid.
Yeah. Now, Earl, you told me before that you invented the term baby mama. You said
no. I knew plenty of them, but no.
You were talking about your older sister.
Yeah.
What?
Michael in New Hampshire?
Ooh, New England.
Yeah.
Up in New Hampshire, Ronnie B, how's it going?
Yeah.
I heard way back in the day on ESPN they were doing some sort of special where they said Dikembe Mutombo is the one that's attributed with coming up with the term "my bad."
That is impossible.
See, that's something that we can track down, though. That's evidence.
That is literally impossible. How would they say that he came up with it?
So he just had broken English, so he'd make a bad pass in practice. He'd be like, "Oh, my bad."
That's actually interesting.
That's
though. I'm gonna put you in a pretty good prize closet because you came up that it was a broken English thing that happened.
That's smart.
Billy, Strong Island.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to add to Molly's custy term. That's been around in the jam band scene for a while now. It means customer, basically someone you could sell fake drugs to. They want to buy all the merch from the band. Someone that's not really,
So a custy is like a mark on the midway.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
that's
yours is based on customer. Which is odd. I do. I'm glad now I finally have some way of shorting customer. I cannot stand that I have to say all of that.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Earl, didn't you tell me that years ago in the street corner, you came up with the term po-po when the police were rolling up? Pow-pow. Here's Randy in Virginia.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I know it probably wasn't invented, but I was aware of the term no worries, and it seems to be so commonplace. I'm in a college town.
Yeah.
And no worries is just an automatic anymore.
No worries, I think, is either island or surf talk first. You know what I mean? But
okay,
in terms of any empowerment stuff, that you should never say something like that because you put the emphasis on worries. So the brain immediately goes to worries. Yeah.
Wow.
So if you say no problem, people think problem. You want to express things in a positive way, not a negative way.
Interesting.
Earl, didn't you say and wasn't it you and your brother who came up with the term bust a cap in their asses? And how did that happen? Dan in Mass, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Ron, you weren't alone. I grew up in Rhode Island, and we called it bunking school, too.
Thank you.
There you go.
We had National Bunk Day, and we also had a bridge that we called Bunktown Bridge where we would go hang out at.
Well, you didn't head up to smoke on Bunker Hill?
This was in Rhode Island, so...
Oh, yeah, no hills. And by the way, that's New England, so...
Yeah, New England!
Right in your demo.
Woo!
Do you consider Connecticut New England?
Yeah. Is it not?
I would think half. There's the eastern part of Connecticut seems like, but then you have Giants fans hanging around Bridgeport.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I still think about, it as New England because you're driving through Connecticut, lots of hills, farmhouses, rocky coasts, that kind of thing. Feels very New Englandy.
All right. Flathead just said this to me, and it is true. In our neighborhood, a hoe was called a sweat hog.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. That's
so,
disgusting.
yes, it was more, yeah. I'm not saying this was a nice area. First of all, here's the mayor, Flathead, sending me stuff. Now, the reason why he's called Flathead is the back of his head goes straight down. And it's from, and this is a real thing, not being picked up enough when you were a baby.
Is that true?
You just lay there, yeah, and your head gets flattened.
Oh, my gosh.
I just saw him not too long ago, and I'm so mad I didn't touch the back of his head.
Yeah, you should
I really
have.
miss it. I really miss it.
It's truly flat. Like if he lays down
like
his
an
head.
iron board.
Wow.
Like you could put a planter, if he laid face down, you could put a planter on the back of his head. But look it up, folks. It can happen. Chris. Oh, and here's another thing. If you smoked a lot of angel dust in my neighborhood, you would have been knick-knacked. And then someone... sometimes we'd say, can you buy me some knick-knack? And the other time was if you said something and people didn't respond to you, you would say, what am I, a knick-knack? Or even then, knick-knack, eh? Which was a little bit of a Three Stooges in there.
Huh.
Chris in Jersey.
What's up, my custies?
Hey. Yeah.
All right, I have two from where I grew up in New Jersey. It was probably just inside my stupid little private school, but we called pretty girls minkies.
Yes, that was just yours.
And we called if a girl had a nice set of breasts, we called them snoogans.
Snoogans.
Well, the entire chain Hooters came from a Steve Martin bit.
Really?
Yeah. He did a thing like on one of his early albums, and it was like, in this point on, all girls' breasts should be known as Hooters. And the Dude Bros who came up with Hooters, old pals of mine, that's literally where they got it from. Now they say Hooters is closing down because young people, millennials, aren't exactly into big breasts.
You couldn't catch me dead in a Hooters. I would never walk into a Hooters.
Yeah, on feminist reasons?
Yeah, it's totally weird.
Or you just don't want to have that much grease.
I hate chicken wings.
Yeah. You do?
No, I love chicken wings.
Well, here's the thing about Hooters. There is a smell to that sauce, right? A distinctive smell to that sauce. And you mainly smell it when you go into the men's room because people are just shitting the sauce is going straight through them.
Are you serious?
And you could choke to death in a Hooters men's room.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I used to go there before Dish provided all the football games.
I am speechless.
Well, there you go. Nothing. Ron's winning. I still have it. Gary in Wisconsin.
Hey guys, I've never heard the term ginormous until Elf. Now I can.
What about gigantic? Have you ever heard that one before?
Never.
Okay, peace. Hey, Frank in the Bronx.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Good, man.
Hey, I forgot while I was on hold. I don't know if you remember this. They had truant offices when I was a kid, but we used to say mad. That shit is mad good, M-A-D-D, and then now they say bad, B-A-D-D. I don't know. These kids are all
I think bad came before Nad. I think you guys had your own swing on it there in the BX.
Not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think people still say that.
Yeah,
not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good.
I think the late great Huey Lewis even did a song about that. Hilton in Connecticut.
Bennington, what's up?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, I just wanted to say Connecticut is definitely a New England state for sure.
Now, as a complete state, because I'm certainly going to say the eastern part of New England. That's Red Sox, that's Patriots. But you
I
can
would
go
definitely say
into,
Northeast.
let's say, Stratford and those towns, and they're all Yankees and they're all Giants.
I have to give it to you with the Bridgeport part, thinking they're more New York. But I also wanted to throw out there something related to the Rhode Island, Eastern Connecticut side. I think we might have come up with bombers.
You can have it.
Oh, there are some New England terms
Yeah.
that are just crazy.
Yeah, they're fucking hilarious.
Packy comes from package store, which is
Oh.
the liquor store.
We used to call somebody else a Paki in my neighborhood.
Who?
People from Pakistan.
Oh.
So they're going to go get Pakis?
Yeah, they're going to go to the Packy.
I'm going to go to the Packy. When you get up in Boston, it's the only time that ever you could say, oh, this is a bad neighborhood, and there's white people there. It's the only time I've ever done that in my life. Uh-oh, bad neighborhood. Everyone makes a picture, Earl, when we say bad neighborhood.
Yep.
And you would call it probably home.
Familiar.
Which character in Do the Right Thing do you relate to, Earl? Mookie?
I was
Mookie!
more, oddly enough,
Radio Raheem?
a little bit of Radio Raheem. But for some reason, I always loved what's the Sweet Dick Willie.
Oh, he was the best. I'm going to go over here and buy some beer off him. No, you're like the stuttering guy who was selling the pictures.
No.
King and X.
He started the fire.
We didn't start the fire. You ever see Do the Right Thing?
No.
No. What do you watch? What kind of movies you watch? NPR movies?
Yeah,
What do you watch? Documentaries?
Yeah, I actually do watch a lot of documentaries.
Of course you do. Bill in Buffalo.
Hey, man. When I was little, going in the high school bathrooms, we would smoke Dugans or squares, not cigarettes.
So you would say, give me a square or give me a
Give me a square or give me a Dugan. No idea where either one of them comes from, but
And that's a Buffalo term, right? I'm going to start and use it now. And I'm like, Chris, you're smoking too many Dugans.
I'm vaping this Dugan, Ron.
By the way, Chris went to Mexico City and his lungs were already so bad that they collapsed in Mexico City.
Is that true?
I felt like I was going to pass out multiple times.
Oh, my God.
That fucking town is way too high.
Here's what you got to try next: scuba diving.
Fuck that shit.
Are you the one who come up with the term "fuck that shit"?
That was me, Rod.
What do you mean when you say "fuck that shit"?
I mean, I'm not going to do it. So I say, fuck that shit.
But why would that work as "fuck that"?
Yeah,
shit?
break it down word by word.
Would you actually take a turd and have sex with it?
No, I'm saying that's something so bad. It's like fucking a shit. So fuck that shit.
Yeah, I don't think that's the way that it's meant.
It's so gross.
Yes, it is gross.
How?
Trevor in Florida.
Hey, two quick things. One, Gail's right. Me and my friends have always used dumb as an adjective the way she was describing. Like, you see a hot girl. Like, you see a hot girl, curvy, like, whoa, that booty dumb big, dude. Whoa. And 2, California kids love to claim this, but they're not the only ones to say it, and they didn't inspire it, is the word hella. Like, that's hella cool. That's hella dope.
I remember when hella exploded about the same time as like people were posting online.
Thank God hella is gone.
I despise
It's
that
so
too.
annoying.
That's awful. It's hella bad.
And this guy from fucking Florida would want to push it as his own. Like we're the dudes that came up. There's certain parts of Florida that completely do surfer talk, even though that there's no surf there. And they're going, it was gnarly out here yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
We're in Florida.
Well, there's places on the East Coast, I'm going to say in between Cocoa and Daytona, that they see themselves as West Coast surfers rather than East Coast paddleboarders. Hey, Victor, you're on Bennington.
Hey, what's up, buddies? So in my town where we grew up in, we had a term, ginker, for basically kind of like a lowlife. You're wearing a motorcycle jacket, might be a gearhead, and it's actually cited in Urban Dictionary. They actually give credit to the town.
All right. And what town is that?
That's East Brunswick.
All right. East Brunswick came up with ginker.
That sounds like a racial slur.
Even though it never traveled outside of that area.
Yeah, it came from like a
East Brunswick, New Jersey in the 70s.
Yep.
All right. Driving an old Camaro Firebird, listening to Led Zeppelin, a chain wallet, and a jean jacket. Ginker. We would have definitely called that person a greaser in my town. All right. Sally in Georgia.
Hey, back in middle school in Michigan, we referred to creepy old guys as Chester, like Chester, the town molester.
Yeah, there was a weekly or monthly, I guess, thing in that magazine. Hustler magazine did a comic on Chester the molester, because back in the 70s, what could be funnier than molestation?
Flashing.
Jim in Savannah.
Yeah, back in high school in Texas, large-breasted girls, we said they had bodacious tatas.
Now, that showed up in Officer and a Gentleman, which was 1982, but I think that guy was supposed to be from Oklahoma or
Yeah, he was an Okie.
Texas, yeah. Here is Sean in Boston.
How's it going? I just want to set the record straight. New England is Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont. Connecticut is not part of it.
All right. Now, what is that based on, Sean? Because I lean your way.
It's based on the fact that Connecticut is stupid and sucks ass.
Okay.
The northern half of them like the Red Sox and the Patriots, and the southern half of them like the Yankees or the Giants.
Right. So you would say get rid of the whole state. You don't want the entire state.
Now, fuck Connecticut.
Okay, fuck Connecticut. I think pretty good prize closet for summing that up. I never have to be in that conversation again. Thanks to this gentleman. Jim in Ohio. What's up, Jim?
Hey, Tim. I live in Ohio now, but I grew up in New England, Elizabeth, New Jersey, and Northampton, Mass. But when I went back and visited my brothers in Mass, counties.
Oh yeah, is that just New England though? I thought that was kind of all over.
I think that has a tendency where in big college towns where they kind of call people townies who are going to live there forever, and they don't get invited to the college parties. And you know, when you're in certain big towns, you know what I mean, that are 90% college kids, there's a lot of resentfulness by the townies.
That actually would make sense though, coming, you know, because Boston's such a big college town. So
I never knew that. There's colleges there?
Lots of them.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to have to put that on my must-see bucket list. Kellen in Colorado.
Hey, how's it going, man?
So I grew up a brief amount of years in Alaska, and they call snowmobiles snow machines.
I noticed that was Sarah Palin's husband.
That's crazy.
They said that he was a champion snow machine driver. And I'm like, is that something different? I had it considered like it was going to be really big or something. And it's a snowmobile.
Yeah,
I saw a bunch of people riding jet skis in the East River the other day, too.
Really?
Yeah. And just really getting in there and just really
open mouth,
just yucking it up out there like they were a little gang. And I'm like, ooh, it's like riding around in a sewer to me.
Snow machines. That just makes me think of a machine that makes snow.
Yes, that's right. Like a movie would hire them.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric. Eric, what's up?
How you doing, man? Growing up in Brooklyn in the 80s, if you left somebody for another friend, they would say, "Don't flat leave me."
Don't flat leave me.
Yeah, that was a big one. What are you, a flat leaver? Go on, get out.
Why don't you ever use it then, Earl?
It just it was a super local thing, and it was just kind of.
Oh, I can't fit in? I can't fit in and do the right thing that you're doing? The School Days Act that you got going on over there? School days, by the way, those would have been townies.
Yes.
J-Dubs in New Hampshire.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
That guy from Boston, what a dumbass. Of course, Connecticut's part of New England. There's 6 states in New England. But anyway, the reason that...
Please, I can't
count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's no New England flag, is there? I mean, that would be helpful.
Yeah, no, that's...
No, it would be helpful if people would define New England,
rep
though.
their regions.
Like we are. Like, if like, to me, I always feel like in the United States... If you want to be a state, you got to touch a state. That's why I really don't consider Alaska or Hawaii states. You know, my flag is 48. I get flags from 1954. But don't you think it's weird? Like, here's the United States. Oh, and that thing way over there is the United States too.
Well, they also have that little box. Like they move Hawaii from.
I
its
despise that
place
because
into
I got
a little
confused
box.
when I was a little kid looking at that box on a map.
Where is it?
I was going, so I guess you could just take a boat, like a quick snow machine, right?
Snow motion.
Why we're not letting Puerto Rico in?
So, no, Connecticut has already been kicked out with a guy that had a much
Sean.
stronger accent than yours.
Also, you guys both called. I think he called people who think Connecticut's in New England dumbasses, and you called him a dumbass.
Yeah. and in this case, they're both right.
He's just a dumbass because he thinks otherwise. That's all.
I think the confusion over football is what.
So the whole sports team thing was all based on television coverage. All the affiliates in Boston.
No, I get it.
Couldn't get all of Connecticut.
You know why? Because Connecticut isn't New England. In a sensible time, it would have worked that way. But it's always very funny to me when I see like the dive bars going from having Yankee stuff up to Red Sox stuff up.
No, I can assure you that the Boston affiliates weren't getting into Vermont. They don't know what football is up there.
Yeah, okay, you're right about that. That's where NPR does very, very well, though.
That's true.
That's right. But thanks, Ronnie.
All right, buddy. Peace. Kevin in Colorado. Kevin.
Hey, Ronnie, what's happening, man?
Hey.
Hey, I was just wondering if you guys, years ago, I used to live in San Diego, and they used to have this over-the-line tournament. And in the intermission, they'd have this contest called Miss Emerson contest. And have you ever heard of Miss Emerson?
No.
No, it was Miss Emerson because it was short for Emerson Big Tits, and they'd have these girls. I'm just sorry if I offended you.
No, it's okay. I'm not easily offended.
It's just humans you offended with that.
But it was a big deal. You know, they'd have 10, 15 women come up on the stage, and I mean, they could float. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Thank you. We got it. Girls with gigantic breasts.
They can float.
Yeah. Get it?
I'll think about it tomorrow. I'll get back to you.
Like Zeppelins. Now, you ever hear like people are saying that our culture is changing in this country, and a lot of people that voted for Trump were worried about like the changing culture?
Yeah.
I think more than any kind of immigration, what changed this country was corporate shopping, corporate restaurants. You know, when I was a little kid and I went to Mississippi with my folks to see my people down there, I was in another planet. I mean, they had nothing similar to us. And we went to Wisconsin, same thing. They're calling us, I asked for a soda, and they were like, what? They had never heard what a soda was. Like they said pop.
Yeah,
you know?
the pop
so
thing
the
is crazy.
food was different. You go anywhere in this country now, you feel completely comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
No matter where you go, it's the same place. And I think more than even the internet or TV, it comes from now the same foods exist everywhere, the same shopping. You never say to somebody, oh, you dress like you're from Jersey. You know what I mean? Because kids from Jersey dress like everybody else.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I think it's a toss-up between that chain store thing and the internet, though. Because I think about, you know, I have cousins in Canada, and I used to go visit them, and we would trade slang because there was no similarities. You know, now that activity is just completely irrelevant.
Here's what happened too, is that you no longer felt the need to get out of town as fast, which is kind of sad because, you know, a gay kid would think to himself, where am I going? Am I going to San Francisco? Am I going to New York? Or am I going to Key West? I can't hang around here. And then with the internet, he's like, oh, I can get blown 5 miles from here to fucking rest area. Nice. You know what I mean? So it keeps people from chasing dreams because it makes them lazier. You know, like, hey, I can sit in my room and jerk off to pornography. I don't have to go to Times Square to do it.
Oh, God. I just, you know, having grown up in a world where Times Square is the way that it is right now, I cannot imagine it having been like it was in the past.
Guess what? Every time I go into Times Square, I'm surprised.
Really?
I'm like, what the fuck happened? And it's a little embarrassing. It's a little sad to me.
Yeah, it's definitely sad. It's definitely sad. I mean, there is a certain badge of honor associated with living in New York where you could have potentially gotten mugged.
Molly, people, if you said to somebody, I live in New York, they were like, oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
I know everything about you. People, if they vacation to New York, people are like, you're fucking kidding me. Well, first of all, my two sisters just got up here and they were looking out for MS-13. So Fox helps a little bit.
Oh my God.
But I remember when I was younger coming into New York, and you would fucking take off your necklace, you would put your fucking cash, and you would come in through those tunnels like it was Apocalypse Now. You would go, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. We're fucking doing it, man! We fucking stay together! And we're all coming back! We're getting the dope, and we're leaving, and everybody's gonna be safe!
Yeah, it's not like that anymore.
No, it's sad, that part of it. And I was talking about this on stage. I saw a guy walking down Broadway counting money because he was walking. I go, I'd have fucked this guy up just on general principles right now. I'd have fucking choke him out just to try to wake him up. But I remember the first time I saw people walking around with like an iPad, fucking taking pictures in New York. I'm like, what are you fucking doing?
You changed my perspective on people taking pictures of monuments so much because you once said that you could just look up a picture of Mount Rushmore or whatever. Why are you taking a photo of it? And you know, you should get a picture of you with the monument at least. It has ruined tourist attractions for me.
Thank you. If that's all I could ever do for you, thank you.
To this day, if I see someone wearing the I Love New York t-shirt, I still like cringe. I was like, you're just asking to get mugged.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, though.
Not anymore. A woman could walk down the fucking... They do. Women walk down the street naked now. They do that once a year. That fucking we have every right to be naked thing.
No, they still have the... they have the painted girls now.
Yeah. I forgot you work in fucking Times Square. Just like your dad used to work on Times Square, but he would be playing 3-card Monte on that little fucking cardboard thing. You never see 3-card Monte anymore. Those guys would have like a rope around their necks with a little box playing it constantly. And then the whole thing, they could get up and run with it when the cops came. Bah, bah, bah. Brad in Philly.
Ronnie B, $1 million.
$1 million, buddy.
Thank you. One of the big words down in Philly is John.
Yeah, of course, John.
Henry
Everything's a
at
John.
John. What is that?
It's whatever you want it to be. There's your John.
Earl, can you explain that comment?
Johns are whatever. Did you pick up those Johns? Did you get those Johns for me?
It's just like a thing?
Yeah, it's like wrestlers would always use the term gimmicks. Go get my gimmicks. That would be pills. It might be your fucking food. Whatever.
Can a John be a person?
Yeah, a John Smith.
I walked into that.
Peter, I gotta tell you, I'm so fucking thirsty around here. I'm ready to drink this fucking...
No, don't drink that.
We gotta go to break, though, right? We got Dish coming up in a little bit. Did you know that Molly's here? Does Molly have a plug?
Molly does not have a plug.
What am I plugging? I don't have anything to plug. World peace. That's my plug.
You know what? I hope you get it. I really do. I hope it happens for you.
Thank you.
Because we got some people stopping by today, but you can hang out, right, Mo?
Sure.
That is hilarious. Look, the baby was sleeping on Gail's arm so long that there's an ear imprint.
That's great. It means the baby's sleeping well.
Oh, God. Yeah, a couple of hours at a time, but never more than that. All right. Right back, Bennington.
The Bennington Show will be right back. Go to BenningtonShow.com, sign up for the email list. It gets you invited to every single event all over the country. You don't want to miss out. Faction Talk 103, The Bennington Show. This week's Dish segment is presented by Dish. Get extra action with NFL Red Zone from NFL Network on Dish at no extra charge. Dish, tuned into you. To learn more, call 1-844-CALL-DISH or go to dish.com.
Oh, this is my music. I didn't know what that was. I thought you were playing music. I was looking around for it. My phone just goes off every once in a while. Starts playing music on its own. I got some Dish for you guys before we even get started here. Thursday night is the first game of the National Football League. Falcons against the world champion Philadelphia Eagles. But everybody's going to be looking forward to, they're going to be showing a 2-minute Kaepernick commercial. 2 minutes
long?
That will debut during that game.
Wow. That's a long commercial.
Yeah, it is.
That's a short film in the commercial world.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I think we're all going to be moved to tears. I really do.
Or to burning things.
Yeah, some people want to burn stuff and other people just want to kneel down with him in solidarity. And some people, myself, will be in the other room getting themselves a little more guacamole.
Delicious.
I don't like to sit around during a commercial. You know what I mean? I like to either take a nice piss, go refill my beverage. It's a game time thing. I only do commercials during sporting events. Other than that,
streaming.
I'll just I'm fast forwarding through commercials.
Yeah.
I don't need to watch anything live.
They also get crazier and crazier. I feel like, it had been a while since I watched a commercial, and then, I got back to it, and they're just crazy. They have nothing to do with the product.
Do you know how many times they say, like an old man, what the hell are they selling? I don't even know what they're selling. Here's my biggest fucking pet peeve. I think they waste money. When they don't say anything and they just put up graphics like it's a fucking newspaper. And do you know how many people are only half paying attention now? You got to be blasting your message. I'll tell you who's smart when it comes to that Geico.
Yeah.
Geico. I can't even tell you the name of another insurance company.
No, I can't think of one.
I'm so good. It's branded on me. Someone said, what kind of insurance you want to get? I go, I don't know. Geico? Is there another one? What is it, Vito? What's your dish?
All right, so you just brought up Colin Kaepernick. There's only one political figure that I know of that's got his back right now, and it's the ex-Iranian president, Ahmadinejad.
Well, unfortunately, you set it up with falseness, because there's fucking person after person, including that general that ran for vice president that time, West, whatever his fucking name is. I guess it's Westchester, Bestchester.
Hell yeah.
Is his whole name. But, yeah, I mean, there are people who come. Where are you on this kneeling thing?
Well, I'm actually not supposed to talk about it because of my job. I'm sorry to be a buzzkill.
Smart. Not to get involved in the important stuff. Oh, yeah, you got all day long. Oh, I don't think that word came from Business Insider. But as soon as it comes to something that's got a little meat on the bone, move on. Vito, move on from this.
I'm really sorry.
I can't say anything about it because of my job either.
No more Colin. No more Colin. My bad.
No, you guys should talk about it. What do you think about it, Ron?
I want to keep my gig too. You're not the only one that wants to stay employed.
I'm so sorry.
No.
It's terrible.
Write it down on the paper what you think.
Okay.
But don't use the N-word. Is that what you're not allowed to do? Go ahead, Vito. Next one.
All right, Molly, are you allowed to talk?
Don't bring up Molly's name.
Okay, sorry. Guest, is it okay if we talk about Tyler Perry giving an offer to the Trader Joe's guy from the Cosby Show?
Yes.
So Tyler Perry offered this guy a gig on his show on the Oprah Winfrey Network, The Haves and Have-Nots. #1 drama on OWN. And the guy said,
that ain't saying much.
Wait, start over. Tyler Perry offered who a spot?
The guy
he didn't set up. There was this guy that used to be on the Cosby Show, right? He was on the Cosby Show for 4 years. And then he was seen not too long ago working at Trader Joe's.
Oh.
I think his job was buffing up tomatoes. He was just going around with a fucking nice cloth, getting a shine on those tomatoes. Well, they made fun of him in the newspaper, and then everybody else came back and said, what? That's honest work. You're not always doing, what you want to do. You got to work. So now Tyler Perry has offered him a job, and this guy said, negatory, good buddy.
For what reason?
He said, I want to be getting the job because I'm right for the part. You know what I say?
Yeah, I think that's kind of fair. I think that's fair.
Say that to somebody other than Tyler Perry. Say that to a Marty Scorsese, a Quentin Tarantino. What he's saying is, I'd rather work at Trader Joe's than be in a fucking Tyler Perry movie.
I feel like that's legitimate.
You hear what Tyler Perry said?
What?
I'll fucking destroy him.
Did he come up with that? That was from a Tyler Perry movie?
By the way, I'm on my water. They give me 2 fingers of water. Double down if you don't want to fill up a cup all the way.
I think that this one's for full, I think.
You want me to drink yours?
No, this one's mine.
Okay.
I think that's a full water there.
I don't get it. I mean, I see why a lot of people send back stuff at fucking Hard Rock now. All right, next dish.
All right, next dish. Bill Simmons.
But by the way, I do feel like that's an insult to fucking Tyler Perry.
Oh, yeah.
Because if somebody said, I want you to work this gig, Ron, and I go, why? And they go, well, you're my cousin. I would fucking take it in a heartbeat. That's something white guys understand. It doesn't matter how you get in. It's what you do with it.
Well, he's saying that he wouldn't mind getting auditions. He doesn't just want someone to go offer him a job.
Give me a fucking job. I'll fucking prove you right.
Yeah, I guess it is also kind of a slap in the face to people who are working actors who would kill for a gig on
exactly
Tyler Perry thing.
And I also see it as a slap in the face to people of color. That I don't know why. There's no term
Say
I
more.
love. There's no term I like better than people of color.
What about POC?
I've never used that.
People of color.
Yeah, I know, but I've never used it. Have you?
Yeah.
Like a couple of POCs were hassling us down at the mall.
No,
can't
media needs more representation from POC.
Not according to Don Lemon. He's like, I'm first and I'm last. He told me that before. He goes, I literally see every black guy's competition.
Really?
No. I forgot. I lie like the president. I know you're not allowed to comment on that, but the president lies all the time. Go ahead, Vito.
All right. So at the Brett Kavanaugh hearing, there was a woman photographed behind him. She just casually had her hand rested on her knee.
You know that this is something that Molly cannot talk about.
I feel like the worst person in the world right now.
All right.
Oh, the white supremacist sign.
Yeah.
That's the Christmas card I get from my dad.
So everybody's claiming this woman is a white supremacist, and they're saying that she's actually making a white supremacist hand gesture. her husband came out to defend her, who is actually
a white supremacist.
No, not a white supremacist. The U.S. attorney.
Molly cannot talk about this. Come on, dude.
All right, so no white supremacist talk.
Right, I'm drowning in water now. I got this water, I got that water, I got this water. I mean, at a certain point, what are you going to do? Build a dam? What's with all the goddamn water, Earl?
Can I tell you guys?
I can't get this much liquid out of fucking Chris Stanley's lungs. Move on to the next story.
Bill Simmons, the sports analyst, says that LeBron James...
Well, let me just say this. Bill Simmons from Boston. He's a Boston guy.
There you go.
He did a Boston blog, blew up. He went all the way to ESPN and then blew that gimmick somehow. Go ahead.
He says LeBron will go to the finals with the Lakers, but he's winning 0 championships at his time there.
Well, if he goes to the finals, he's winning the championship.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
So, I mean, his tougher thing is getting to the finals. Now, saying this, I mean, the odds are in Simmons' favor that you're not going to win another championship. And you're at what age? 34?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it all starts to spin down fast.
I don't see him going to the finals with the Lakers, and I don't think he's with the Lakers to win another championship. I think he's got his 3 rings, and he's on the Lakers to be on a big market team that's world famous.
Well, beyond that, he's out there because he wants to produce movies and television shows.
He already has the show The Shop that's on HBO right now that just premieres at random times throughout the year.
What is it? What's The Shop?
The Shop is this show. It's supposed to show the black barbershop experience.
Oh.
Where it's just like celebrities hanging out and talking in a barbershop.
You know, Cedric the Entertainer did Unmasked once, and he goes, you know how at the barbershop everybody's discussing the news of the day? And I go like this, no. Not with white people. My barbershop is as quiet as if it was an operating room.
Oh, my God.
Nobody talks in my barbershop. We read magazines.
My salon is very chatty.
I don't like that.
Is the only time you talk when they show you a mirror at the back of your head?
Yeah.
And you have to say yes or no?
I've never once in my life said no.
Really? I don't even
just
know.
want to get out.
What would you even say no to?
Yeah.
What if you don't like it?
What are you going to do? He's going to recut your hair?
Oh, guess what? If you don't like it, wait 2 weeks. A guy's hair goes back to looking the way that it looks in 0 amount of time.
Maybe
you
I
have
should
to
just get a
shave your head.
buzz.
Have you ever tried a pixie?
No, but I've thought about it.
Yeah, I think you ought to.
Maybe I will.
don't know whether you're allowed to talk about that because they're on NPR, but I think you might want to do short hair.
Yeah, pixie cuts are very political, very controversial.
What's with the glasses? Where'd you get the glasses at? They're pretty cool.
Thanks, Warby Parker.
Guess what? I'm a Warby Parker girl, too.
Wowza.
Love it.
Very
Love my Warby
hip.
Parker. Yeah. The one right across the street.
Oh.
Vito, you got any stories about Warby Parker?
I don't have any Warby Parker. I met the vice president once.
That's cool.
Wait a minute. You met Pence?
No, the vice president of Warby Parker.
Wait, Molly's not allowed to talk about Pence.
Okay. So, Molly, I don't know.
Are you allowed to talk about this? One time, Vice President Pence masturbated a dog.
I don't know, honestly. I'm supposed to sort of steer clear from...
Why?
Because I'm a journalist and I'm supposed to try and...
we're not?
No, you are. You're a commentator, technically. You would be a commentator. But I'm, let's say, what if I were asked to do some reporting on...
Now, when you watch the 3 big networks, the 3 big news networks, how many actual journalists do you think are on there?
Not a lot.
Thank you.
It's a lot
so
of
when
talking
people say
heads.
fake news, it's not news. You can say shitty commentary, and then everybody would agree.
Yeah.
But it's very little news. And oddly, I think Fox does more news than anybody.
Yeah, they
'Cause they have
do.
Shep.
And they also do a lot of local news that they turn into like sort of a national conversation. They'll be like, some woman in California
got grabbed by a black guy. I know. Everybody should be afraid and vote this way. Come on. Vito, give us one story we can believe in today.
Monica Lewinsky's technically not.
Who?
Monica Lewinsky is technically not a politician.
That's true.
Anymore. So she was being interviewed.
She never was.
She was an intern. Isn't that kind of?
She was a fucking intern.
I thought that.
No one ever says the intern is the politician.
In my case, they did.
Well, she was being interviewed in Jerusalem, and was asked about the Bill Clinton scandal from '98. She storms off the stage, says, sorry, she just can't do this.
First of all, she didn't storm off. Let me tell you what happened. So she was doing an interview, and they asked her, would you do an interview? And I'm going to ask the journalist this. And the person said, yes, I will, but I do not wish to talk about these things. Is that agreeable to you? They said, yes. And then they brought them up anyway. So she goes, I'm sorry, I can't do this. Now, people who say she stormed off haven't watched the tape. She just got a little pissed and left. Now, if you do an interview and someone said, I will talk about anything but my marital infidelities, would you bring them up?
No, I think it's sort of, especially if it's live. I think if you're taping it and you're gonna, I mean, they always have the option to refuse, but in front of a live audience, I think that's really bad form.
90 in the future, let me know that, okay?
Yeah.
90% of the time, if someone says to me, I will do your show, but I don't want to talk about this. And if we're talking for an hour, they'll end up bringing it up because they feel empowered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They feel like, okay, I'm in a safe place. That's all they're looking for.
Yeah.
Is a safe place.
Actually, I want to revise that because I think if it were a politician or a public figure and it was, let's say there was a politician who did something unsavory and they asked not to talk about it, I don't think that that's right. But
then that's the time that you're supposed to say it, not when you get them live.
Right.
And bring it up. They go, here's the only, you have a word then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm old school. My word is Bond. That's what they call me. So a lot of people call me 007.
Really?
Because my word is Bond. We're rushing at a guest. For some reason, we don't do stuff the old way.
Ben Bailey is stopping in. Cash Cab airs now on the Discovery Channel, and Ben's performing at the Stress Factory in Bridgeport, Connecticut, September 14th and 15th. StressFactory.com for tickets.
You have no music?
Yes. Ben Bailey's
Hi, I'm
in
Mom.
studio.
Nice to meet you.
Cash
How are
Cab, it airs now on the Discovery Channel, and he's performing at the Stress Factory in Bridgeport, Connecticut, September 14th and 15th. StressFactory.com for tickets. Ben Bailey is in studio.
Ben, you look like you did a little shopping before you got here. I never saw you come in with a bag before.
I always have a shopping bag full of gifts. It's actually some swag from the show I did before this.
Oh, what show were you doing?
Barstool Sports.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
It was fun. These guys were a little crazy. It was fun. But then they were like, they took me to a room that had like all kinds of shelves with shirts and caps, and they were just like, take whatever you want.
We're.
I was like, I guess I better take something.
When you leave here, we're going to give you $20. That's
Excellent.
That's our swag.
I'll give you all the shirts that I got from them. You give me $20.
Yeah.
All the shirts. I'm not going to wear, I wear black T-shirts.
Yeah, that's right.
But I didn't want to just not take anything.
You're doing the new Stress Factory in Connecticut, right?
Yes, I am. Yeah. Have you heard anything about it?
I've seen pictures of it. It looks beautiful, but I couldn't believe it. A club in Bridgeport. That's something. Bridgeport was for a lot of years like we want to bring Bridgeport back.
Yeah,
that was always a big thing.
It was always it's the place that you go through on your way north and go.
Exactly.
Let's get out of here.
I always
Quick,
go like kids.
Get out of Bridgeport.
I go, kids. Daddy wants to get some prostitutes and crack. Stay in the car, okay, and look out for each other.
Stay buckled into your little seats.
Yeah, I'm gonna put up the windows and turn up the heat, and have a hot day in here.
Wow.
'Cause they drift off in the summer when I turn the heat on.
Smart.
Like that. Well, they're 3 and 5. I mean, they're old enough to look out for themselves. But the club looks beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I heard it's great. Yeah. I heard it looks, kind of like the one
in Jersey?
In Jersey, but better.
Yeah.
Like the layout is better. It was a theater, I guess, right?
It was a theater. I know it has like a second tier to it. Do you like looking up at people?
I never acknowledge the people in the balcony. They are dead to me. All
No, I know exactly how you feel.
I never look. I tend to not look up. You can't see them.
Yeah,
anyway.
you don't want to be in a conversation with someone sitting in the sky.
They're 20 feet above you. Hey, how's it going up there? It's weird when you hear something from like up above in the darkness.
Yeah,
and you're like, well, what's up there?
What the hell
Hopefully
is
there'll be some
on?
people up there. Like.
Yeah, if not, no one else knows. And they're like, oh, this is a full house.
Yeah, if not, I'm just going to go up there and hang out up there.
How do you like getting Cash Cab back on?
It's great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was, to go back to a job that you had 5 years ago, it feels a little weird.
Yeah.
But
it's all the same people you're working with?
No, some of them. We try to get people back if we can, but it's not, we brought it back initially a year ago now, and so this is like the second run of the reboot.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of the same people this time, but not as the old crew years ago. Those guys have all moved on and doing other things.
That's why I was like laughing with like the whole Roseanne thing. They're like, 80 people work on this show, and they, Roseanne gave up the rights to this thing so those people can work. And I go, those crews always go and work on other shows.
Yeah.
All the time.
Is that true, though? She was like, I'll leave, and then you guys can make it without me?
The show is being called The Connors now.
No way.
She's going to be dead, according to John Goodman.
Her character is dead?
Yeah. I go, this is always the difference.
That's a nice workaround.
And Molly, I know that you're with NPR, so you would know this. This is the difference between men and women. A man would never say, I'm giving up what I own so everybody benefits.
Yeah.
A guy holds on to his thing while he's dying.
Down with the ship.
Yes. It goes down with him.
Oh, yeah, the ship goes down with the captain, I guess.
You think she's just trying to save face a little bit? Like,
I don't...
Hey, I'm not so bad. I was just on some
I don't even
medication.
I don't even understand it.
I might be a racist, but I'm generous.
Do you know
sort of thing?
That thing about whether someone is a racist or sexist, it all gets decided on a tweet now. You know what I mean?
And instantly, yeah.
Yeah.
Court of public opinion is held and adjourned in about 5 seconds.
Yeah. Well, people are always like to me, why aren't you on social media? I go, because all my friends on social media have been fired for it. All of them.
Wow.
And you don't think that I'll text out something stupid? I will. I mean, if you watch TV next to me, you'll be like, hey, that's offensive.
You can't say that.
Yeah. What you just said about the Philadelphia Eagles is offensive. So why would I want to tweet it out?
I just hate the fucking Eagles, man.
How could someone drop that pass? Which is always hysterical, because my entire life I've watched football games with amazing athletes with people who are not athletes judging them.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I go, first of all, this whole pride thing that you have zero pride in your own life. And you're booing these people who obviously work very hard.
To me, it's
what
the
they
best
do.
with college players because they're
children.
Yeah, they're so young. I went to BC and there was this parade that they used to have at the beginning of the games where they would, ask the players to walk through the campus and people would cheer. And every once in a while there would be some old guy booing. I mean, they're college kids. What are we doing?
Booing children.
It's crazy.
Boo!
It is weird that you're rooting for people who are so much younger than you and demanding things out of them.
And
that
by
you
the
never
way-
know.
Yeah.
You don't know them at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they also look 40 years old too. I think that's part of what's confusing.
There is,
the athletes
particularly,
are,
the linemen.
Yeah.
Were you an older looking guy? Because you have, first of all, Ben Bailey is a man out of time. You know what I mean? You could easily play in a World War II movie.
Wow. I would love to play.
Yeah. And I mean,
any
you could
part
be
in
a
a World War II
sergeant
movie.
in a World War II movie
Oh, is that a
tomorrow.
high rank? Is that?
Yeah.
Give me something. Sergeant's a little bit low. Can I?
What do you want to be,
That
a
seems
general?
like a small part. I'm going to be dead in the first 10 minutes in the movie. I don't think a general. I don't think I'm old enough to be
what
a
do you
general.
what do you want to be in this
I don't know
non-existent World War II movie I'm writing?
I don't know what the rankings are, but I want to be like third.
Yeah, third. All right. Here comes the third officer. His name is Ben Bailey.
A brigadier general.
Ben, you'll be Captain Ben. You'll be driving your cab into the enemy territory.
I want to be a lieutenant.
Yeah. All right, lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
There you have
There
it.
you go.
That's pretty high, right?
Yeah, can you just say something kind of,
Lieutenant-y?
Yeah, military.
Something military, like you guys move that stuff over there.
That's good.
Wow, whoa. Okay.
That's good.
That was the worst military
No, man.
lingo. It was the voice was good, but move
seriously.
that stuff over there.
Yeah, I mean, they did move. They move a lot of stuff.
I want everybody up and out by 0600. Sorry.
Well, you knew the 0600 thing.
I
That's
just
good.
remembered that you could do military time. It took me over, and I yelled. Sorry.
I would always be like this. 600.
What time is that?
Why didn't you just say 6?
Jeez, can a
And
fella get some sleep around here?
I asked my dad about that when I was younger too, and he goes, "Well, in case the radio gets cut off, you would know 6 a.m. or 6 p.m." by the thing, and I'm going like this. I don't believe it. I honestly think that It's very rare for the radio to cut out right when someone's saying what time.
What time breakfast
AM or
is.
PM. Come on.
Now, my father.
It's easier to say 6 p.m. than 1800 hours.
That's true.
Or is that even? I don't even know if that's right. I think
Yeah,
that's
no,
right.
you're right.
1800
1800 hours is right.
Yeah.
But
You say 6
1800
o'clock.
hour-ish. I mean, I have reservations for 1800.
1800-ish.
But, 15 minutes before or after.
Yeah.
This place rarely fills up that early.
Yeah. And it's New York. People are going to be a little bit late.
Yeah.
Would you say 1815?
Yeah, I would. They never do, though. But I would say meet me about 1815. And I'd be like this.
1815.
You mean the year?
Yeah. Horse and buggy.
How?
Time travel. I'm going to ask you both this.
Okay.
Let's see if you match. Time travel, where would you go back to? What's your time travel dream?
Oh, boy.
Or would you go backwards or forward in time? It's up to you.
I don't know if I go forward because I don't know if
anything's there.
If there's anything left.
Yeah.
Black. Just blackness.
Just floating
Just total
rocks.
darkness.
Oh, shit.
I'm so hungry. I think I would go back, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I might go back to like the Roaring 20s or.
You would look perfect there.
I
That's
would
what I'm
fit
saying.
right
Your
in,
look.
right? Yeah.
That's your look.
Yeah, I might do that.
The Roaring 20s.
I don't know what that means, but they were roaring, so
Yo,
it sounds like they were pretty
God, did they roar.
good. But then the Depression is right around the corner, and
Yeah,
there's Prohibition,
yeah.
so no, maybe
Couple
not.
of wars.
Maybe
You
not.
gotta have a fresh beer when you want it.
Yeah, I need
You
to be
wanna
able to
make-
have a drink.
You don't want to make a big deal. The fact that you wouldn't time travel because you couldn't get a
Because
cocktail.
I couldn't get a cocktail, yeah. What year is this? Somebody give me...
What about for you, Molly?
Well, I would if I think that this is a 2-part answer.
Okay. Jesus.
I wouldn't go too far in the past as my present self because I wouldn't have any rights. But if I were a man,
That is
I
very
would go-
interesting. And
Yeah.
Gail has brought that up to me before.
Yeah.
And the same thing would happen with Earl being a black guy. It's not the freedom that us
Yeah.
white guys have
Things
with
would be
time
very
travel.
different.
If I was a white guy, I'd go back to like the early 70s.
Well, you could go back there as a woman too.
Yeah,
You would do okay
I don't know.
for
People
yours.
would like tell me that I couldn't play sports and stuff.
Who wants to play sports? If you're going to time travel and then want to be on a kickball team?
Time travel
Let
to play a
me
little
play
soccer.
basketball.
I came all the way
God.
back here.
You're not a pro. I can see.
You don't know
making
that.
money off.
It's
I
time
know.
travel. I could be anything.
First of all, I'll play you one-on-one right now, and I will dominate you.
You will. It's
I guess
true.
I'll be the hoop.
Yeah.
You stand like that. Chris, you're roughing again.
Fine.
What is it?
Ben Bailey's in studio. Cash Cab airs on the Discovery Channel, and Ben's performing at the Stress Factory in Bridgeport, Connecticut, September 14th and 15th. StressFactory.com for tickets.
Awesome.
Chris, you could time travel anywhere. Who would you kill?
A slightly different question, Chris. There was no murder in mine. I'm a little jealous.
Mussolini? I feel like he was the
Why Mussolini? You wouldn't even slow down World War II.
I'd save North Africa
Yeah.
a lot of fucking problems.
Just to see the look on his face. I came for
Whatever
you.
goes back to kill Mussolini.
Il Duce.
He would be so surprised. That's true.
He would. Well, he'd be like, why me? And where'd you get that flannel? That looks amazing.
My real dream would be to travel back in time if I had to kill somebody. And I would kill Lincoln, but I would do it seconds before John Wilkes Booth got there. So he would come out. He would just see a dead Lincoln with me.
And he'd be like, gotcha.
Yeah.
Beat you to it.
And then he has to explain why. Then I zip right back out again.
And you could frame him for the murder that he didn't even commit.
Framed for the murder? He never did. It was a time traveler, I swear.
I swear, Ron Bennington showed up here for like a second.
And then was gone.
He shot Abe.
Now, if they bring back that, would you go back and kill baby Hitler? Could you go back and kill baby Hitler?
I'd wait till he's a little older, I think. I'd be like, oh, he's a baby? I'm going to have to stay until I can't kill a baby.
Toddler, at least.
I'm going to wait till he's at least a preteen and he's really annoying.
All right, so you're going to wait and kill like 12-year-old Hitler.
15.
15. All right, so 15-year-old Hitler gets killed by you. Because I'm smothering him when he's a baby. I am. I'm just probably going to put him in the tub and just stand. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to spend a little bit.
What if you got there and you were like, little Adolf is actually adorable? And
Yeah. But we know what he's
maybe I
gonna
could
be.
change him. Maybe if he just had a good parent.
Oh, you meant change him.
Yeah,
So-
like if
so you
you're
would
there
steal him.
now he has this guy from the future who's there to raise him. Maybe he
Yeah.
won't turn out to be the horrible human being.
I'd raise baby
Just give
Hitler.
him some attention.
Take him, run,
You
and
could prevent all the the Holocaust by just being nice.
Well,
to
they
them.
always said this
by nurturing.
The fact that he was a failed painter,
right,
did that. And I went back and looked at his paintings. I'm going to say this: they're not bad.
Really?
Yeah, they're not amazing. But he could be selling paintings on the street outside Central Park.
Just think.
Yeah.
Nowadays, he can make a living. Competition was fierce back then in
Oh,
the
yeah.
painting market.
He got Hitler's
It
paintings.
was pre-internet. It was like Rembrandt.
Oh,
they
yeah.
all edged him out. They were
Well,
like, no.
Yeah, that's the thing. Back then, it was like how much you could look like
yeah.
No, that's pretty goddamn good.
Doesn't it feel kind of weird to be complimenting some paintings of Adolf Hitler's, though?
It feels
Something
weird
about
to-
that feels
yeah,
weird.
to even be looking at them.
Yeah.
He's impressive.
Yeah, they're
Now, are they
Hitler's
hanging
artwork
anywhere?
Good.
I
Is
mean,
that
what would it cost me if I
Neuschwanstein?
want to buy one for Anthony Cumia? What would it cost me to buy him a Hitler?
He already has a whole collection of these.
Yeah.
Looks like
He's got the paint by number
Now, wait
set.
a minute. Are we sure that these are really?
Yeah, these
Yeah.
are Hitler pictures, paintings.
And this caption says, so bad, so good.
That's watercolor there, actually, you know? These are nice.
So this is a list of these
so
25
weird.
paintings.
It's just also so
He has
confusing.
25 of them?
Maybe more.
And is that the Virgin Mary, supposedly, or?
There's a lot of light shining down, so I think
Yeah.
yes.
And that's a train station.
That was an odd choice
And
for
a
him.
watchtower.
That's not so good.
I don't mind it.
I
I'd
mean,
be
they're-
happy
they're
if I
not-
could do that.
The quality of the artwork is decent. Yeah, it's not.
Also, wasn't he just trying to get into art school? Didn't he just get rejected from art school?
I'm not sure.
Oh, that looks like you went to. All right, that one here. Let's go down to this. That's
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's pretty basic.
I would just think it would be better if he,
Now that I believe is his. That's like a tank burning,
very
and it
violent.
looks very amateur. The other ones, I don't think those were really Hitler. That was it. Yeah. See,
Oh,
these
yeah.
are very different.
Yikes.
What happened? Are these
World
like
War One happened. That's what
so that-
happened.
yeah.
He was in World War One,
The buildings that he was painting had been.
and he didn't even go that
down?
far up. I
Really?
mean, he didn't even make it. I think he went to corporal. Is high.
Yeah.
You're saying I
It's
outrank
lower
him?
than you, yeah.
I was a sergeant, moved to lieutenant, so I'm ahead of him.
Someone
Oh, that's crazy.
Someone brought this up to me before. They go, "Yeah, you ever see any of those things of like all the soldiers like in demand, just standing there, and there's just like a million of them when Hitler's talking and all that."
Yeah.
And they go, "How come no one ever had to go take a pee during any of those things?" Could you imagine? And you're just like, "I don't want Hitler to see me. I don't want Hitler to think that I'm not paying attention." You just
Yeah.
see someone staring off at a bird. What the fuck are you looking at?
They're all wetting their pants.
Yeah, I'm sure
But you
that's
can't
how it was
tell.
done.
Yeah, because you'll be executed if you. I'm just
Beautiful
guessing.
uniforms the Nazis had, huh? Just gorgeous.
Hugo Boss.
Yes,
yeah, that's
it
right.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is amazing that they were able to, still keep their brand intact after that.
Well, I don't know if they like sought out the deal, or if they were like told, "You will make our uniforms." It was probably just Hugo. He wasn't even a business then. It
Yeah.
was just the guy, Hugo
Yeah.
Boss.
Now look how many are. Go to that top picture. But yeah, look how many guys are just standing like that, and no one had to pee.
And those speeches
Someone
were
in
long.
that picture has to pee
Yeah.
really badly. They've been marching for hours.
God,
that's crazy, man.
These are pictures of the new Stress Factory in Bridgeport. There it is. Beautiful stage.
Yeah, look at the crowd.
And you never see a thing of Hitler where he's bitching about sound. I mean, you know how many times you've gone places and they don't have this sound down.
Hello.
Is anything? I can't even hear myself.
They're like, the speech is at 6 p.m. Sound check at 3:30.
Did they do sound checks? They
They
had
must
to.
have. They must have.
Especially because the equipment was it was even more finicky than it is now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
way
plus he
more.
was screaming.
Yeah. Do you
So
think he
they
ever showed up and it just didn't work?
Who was his opener? That's what I want to know.
Ramo, go up and do like
Loading,
15. Don't do too well.
Don't do too well, and do not go over.
Yeah. Yeah, don't. What the fuck is he
Go
doing?
over your time.
I said I was going to do tanks. Why is he bringing up tanks now?
This guy
And the
is
Jews,
killing.
that's my material. Don't talk about Jews.
Who is this kid? He's killing
He's
up
like
there.
that.
Get him off. This is my crowd. They're here to see me.
Did you ever have that experience where you opened for someone and you saw that they weren't so happy?
Yes.
With how, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
had
Robert Klein.
Really?
Yeah. And he told me right after, he goes, good news is you're really good. The bad news is you're never going to open for me again. I was like, okay, thanks for your honesty.
That's hilarious.
That was my goal as a middle. I was awful. I was like, I want to make the headliner sweat. I
you
want your
like
job.
that up.
You know? I want to bust through this and get to that.
So you're never trying to tone it down, even if because that would make me nervous if somebody.
There
said
are
that to me.
some
absolutely
some
not.
guys that will do that. That they say to themselves, "I'm going to have a good, steady, okay set, so I can keep
So
opening
keep the work. Yeah, for sure.
But a lot of really terrific people like a nice vanilla opening act. There, you know what I mean? Like,
I like a good fit, but I don't want them to tank or
Right.
I think if they do well, then it's good for you. It's
yeah.
like,
Then you're thinking, okay,
the
this
show's
crowd is
great.
good. But a lot of people, like I said, they don't want that.
Yeah.
They don't want to do the extra
They
pop
feel
when they get
threatened.
up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember when I was younger seeing a guy that he kind of mentored me and, the room was killing. And I just saw the look on his face. And I'm like, I thought you
Yeah, I
really
thought you
would
were-
be so happy for
I thought
me.
you were rooting for me. He's like, yeah, to a point. Not till you're ahead of me. I opened for Schimmel once.
Yeah.
In Atlantic City. I got a call very last minute. You got to get down to Atlantic City, open for Robert Schimmel, who, if you don't know Robert Schimmel, he was filthy. Like he was dirty. He swore and he had a lot of dirty material. And right before the show, he comes to my green room and he comes in and he goes, listen, glad to have you, blah, 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 blah. You have to be totally clean. And I was like, what? He goes, yeah, you have to work totally clean as the opener. I was like, I'm not doing that. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm not going to be clean. I go, your audience, they came here to see dirty stuff. I'm not going to go bomb in front of you. He goes, well, then I'm not going to have you back again. I was like, well, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll just do this one and that'll be it, But so if people were killing with similar type stuff, then he would have felt like, hey, you're taking up my laughs here.
But see, he would not
But
want to.
he killed anyway.
Yeah,
like
of course
he
didn't.
killed after me. Like,
There are a
what are
lot
you
of-
worried about? You're a legend.
There are a lot of brilliant guys, confident guys, that right before they go up are not confident.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, we were
Just
talking about
thinking-
that earlier. Yeah. It's all of us.
Yeah.
Right before the show, you're like, how can I? There's no way I can do this.
Yeah.
The last few minutes, you're like, I can't, there's no way I can make this happen. And then you get one bit out, and you're like, oh, right, I can do this.
I know what I'm doing. But right before you go up, because these people are going to fucking hate me.
Yeah, they're going to see right through me.
Why wouldn't they hate
They're like, why are we listening to this asshole?
Ben Bailey's in studio. Cash
we
Cab.
know. Oh, you're saying it for the audience.
Oh, sure, yeah. Cash Cab airs on the Discovery Channel, and Ben's performing at the Stress Factory in Bridgeport, Connecticut, September 14th and 15th. StressFactory.com for tickets.
Got a Vegas date on the 21st, too. I don't know if that's...
Where you playing?
At the Green Valley Casino Resort and Spa.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a pretty awesome place. I think it's new.
Ooh.
That's September 21st.
Are you going to go do all the spa stuff?
Probably. I'll probably get a massage.
Yeah.
Like
Hot stone or cold stone?
definitely a hot stone over a cold stone. Is that even a thing?
No, it's
That's
not.
ice cream. A cold stone creamery.
Pick one.
I'll go Cold Stone Creamery and then Hot Stone Massage.
That sounds great.
What are you working there that you would say hot stone or cold stone?
Hot stone?
Yeah.
Or cold stone.
Here, put this on. It's one size fits all.
Put on these flip-flops that don't cover your feet.
Yeah. Your tiniest little flip-flops that we can imagine. They're very thin, too. So you're going to feel like...
They're like, what size are your feet? I'm like,
Yeah.
13. They're like, here's a 4. Here's a pair of size 4 slippers. But I started doing massage on the road a few years ago because it really makes a difference with all the travel and stuff.
Do
Helps
not
you-
do it too close to the shoulder.
Yes.
You want to do it at a much different time.
So mellow. Hey, everybody.
One time, the worst massage I ever got in my life was in Vegas.
Yeah.
It was at the MGM Grand, and the guy was working on me like I was a 1940s boxer. It was just like it was more of a
beating the crap
rub
out
down
of you.
than anything. And I thought I was going to go in there and get like a new agey thing.
Yeah.
And he goes, "How do you like our little hotel? 5,000 rooms, 17 restaurants. What the fuck am I doing in
Why
here?"
was he asking you?
Like, Ron,
Was
this
he
is
like
your therapist,
The hotel
Max
owner?
Schmeling. Hello? Yeah, it's supposed to be relaxing. That sounds awful. You have a dude? I'm always like female therapist.
You say female only?
Female only, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't want some dude
Well,
creeping
if I
on me
do female, I expect it to end in a,
with a and happily.
Yes.
With a glass of water.
Yes.
And if it doesn't,
Yeah.
then what?
Then I feel like we both lost
Do you
out.
ask?
Yeah. I always wait for them to say, so, anything else? You say it. You say what you want. Chris, it would be good for you to get some of that phlegm beat out of your lungs, though.
Yeah, it's really rough. The amount of things that are inside my
And that's because when you were he went to Mexico City and he could not breathe the whole time he was there.
Oh, wow.
Because his lungs are so bad.
And the pollution is pretty awful.
Yeah, actually,
there, right?
driving in from the airport, there is a smog cloud.
Yeah.
And flying in, there's a smog cloud. I didn't realize how fucking terrible it is.
It's tremendously overpopulated city, too,
yeah,
right?
Is
there
that's
like
why
40 million people there or something?
you fly in at night. It's unbelievable. It's like, what am I, in a fucking spaceship going in a whole new constellation? I mean, there's just lights everywhere.
Wow.
But now, the people you were with a couple other couples?
Yes.
Did anyone else have the problems you did, or just you?
It was just
or could
me,
they,
Ron.
could they walk up steps
Towards
without
the end,
that?
someone else like, oh, it's kind of rough up here, huh?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it is, because I can't fucking breathe the entire time. Let's take another $1 Uber.
Do you think that the couples were talking about you behind your back?
I'm sure they did, because we had to go to a fucking temple or whatever, or the pyramid. And I was like,
a temple or whatever. Now I find out it's a pyramid.
You're going to go to a temple or whatever.
Did you go to it?
The fucking pyramid.
Went to it. And I started climbing up the stairs, said, this ain't for me. Screw this. And so everyone else go up the fucking pyramid.
Oh my God. And Grammy couldn't make it up there.
I couldn't breathe.
You just sat on the stairs?
I hung out with the guy selling obsidian and kept saying, no, thank you.
What was he selling?
Obsidian. Apparently there's a bunch of like black volcanic glass.
You should have got me one.
Yeah, it has some powers, right?
Cool stuff,
I should have gave you some
It
money
helps you
for
breathe.
You should have bought some.
They must have been saying that in Spanish.
Oxygen. You got one of those little things on your nose. You're just breathing in it.
That's fucking worse.
Do you think, so your girlfriend went up with those other two couples?
Yes.
Do you think they said stuff like, do you think Chris might be too fat for you?
I don't think they said fat. I would maybe out of shape. I hope not. I hope they didn't add that.
As soon as they are out of earshot, is he a bit heavy for you?
Your last boyfriend was so nice and thin, and he could walk up places with us.
I think the smoking might have fucking affected it as well.
I was going to ask, if you're a smoker?
Yes, I smoke. I vape.
He smokes and vapes.
You smoke and vape and wear the patch and chew the gum.
He vapes in here. He smokes outside.
Not good.
That is
and the
not
whole
good.
thing about
Definitely
vaping is to get off smoking.
Yes.
You've just doubled down the time that you're smoking.
And this is what happened the last time I was vaping, is where I got into the vaping, but then I would just smoke outside. I got to get rid of one of them. I have to make a choice.
Just don't go outside.
I have to sometimes.
Just stay inside at all times.
I have to go outside.
Is there a reason that you're not letting go of the cigarettes? You just like them?
Because they feel good. And I like the way it fucking tastes in my mouth.
Huh.
You like the energy it gives you in your lungs.
I like how it keeps me from going up into pyramids.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't that impressive.
Yeah. Fuck it. You don't need to go up there.
What are they, Mayans down there?
I think so.
Incas?
There was
Aztecs.
it was some other culture. Then the Mayans took them over. I don't know. I can't pronounce the other.
Because you didn't get that far up to hear the whole story.
You ever see that movie, that Apocalypto?
You know what? I saw the trailer for it. I'm like, this looks so intense. That may be too intense.
That movie is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
If Mel Gibson didn't have his
racist thing,
his rant at the police station, that movie probably. I mean, it's a fucking amazing movie, man. It really is.
He was a very intense artist, but then I guess he couldn't turn it off once he had a couple drinks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing. This is why I always say to people: if you're going to drink at home.
Drink at home. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't drink in public.
Drink at home and make sure that Alexa isn't listening.
Yeah. Right.
Oh my gosh, that is a new fear that I have.
I've taken mine out.
Well, not just the Alexa thing, but one time I was crafting a text and I stopped and I put the phone down and it started recording. Yeah, I was crafting it. Just putting the pieces together.
All right.
And I was being recorded and I almost sent this person like my smack talk that I was talking about them.
Shit.
Oh, dude.
Now you guys are gonna feel afraid too.
I'm just gonna try to figure out how to craft text messages.
I'm going to be afraid of the stuff you say that you don't send. I just got this from Alexa. Ron, she's lying. Here's what happened.
Here's what she really said.
Alexa, shut up.
Alexa, you stay out of this.
Is Alexa going to start inserting herself into like family arguments? Is that the next step?
The whole point of this thing is
She's
like
listening, right?
The whole thing about this is that you could say like to your phone friend Alexa, "Hey, you're putting on the information," and then you're gonna Alexa say, "Hey, Molly, you've been through this before with your last 2 boyfriends." You know what I mean? It starts where you're happy, and then you start to do these things that ruin it. And you'll be like, "Oh, yeah, that's a great idea."
That seems like a good thing.
Yeah, it's like a friend who knows more about you than anybody else ever would.
Android's always they have a new for their email and for your text messages. Once you get text messages, it studies the way you type to people, and then gives you possible things you might say back to the person because it's reading everything that's coming into your phone and into your computer and what you're saying to them.
So it's telling them he might say this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, that's weird, man.
It's fucking strange.
So
It'd be
that
great
is
for
weird.
arguments if you're like, "That's not what I said," and then you go, "Alexa,
yeah,
tell her what I said."
What did I say?
I know that's why Omarosa said she taped everything in the
Right.
White House.
Right.
But if I knew if someone said, "Hey, I taped my girlfriend," I'd be like, "Then I'm not being your friend because you're going to tape me.
Yeah, you're going to tape me.
Yeah, you're going to
Yeah.
tape me.
Yeah.
I can't be around you. I can't be around a gossip column. I don't need this."
Actually, New York is only a one-party consent state for recording stuff, so you're screwed.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You mean somebody probably has tapes of me somewhere?
Maybe.
What does that
all
mean, a
of us.
one-party consent state?
Like in Massachusetts, you have to get the consent of the second person before you start recording them.
But in New York, you just record.
Yeah.
New York, you can record as long as you want to. Here's the thing: I can record you, me talking to you. I can record me talking to Molly, but I can't record you two if I'm not there. I can't leave a tape recorder here when I go out of the room. You know what I
You
mean?
could, but it wouldn't be admissible.
illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, not even as admissible because Omarosa's just using hers for her book and she puts it on TV. She's not suing or anything,
Right.
but she's got these people saying like, "Hey," and she said she fucking did it every conversation she was in.
She's smart, that one. She should be our president.
She probably will be the way we're going. I don't,
I honestly don't know enough about her to say anything.
Well, there's probably somebody who you just yelled at their radio. Smart.
Smart. Yeah. People are like, who the fuck said that? Alexa? Who said that? Where does he live?
Alexa, cancel my recordings of Cash Cab that I have. Chris, maybe Alexa would be able to help you with your lungs, though, like smoking. Figure out what you're doing wrong.
I don't want to ask a fucking robot to tell me to stop smoking.
Here's the interesting thing is that very soon we're going to have smart toilets, right? That will analyze your pee and say, look, you're in the very early stages of this and that.
For real?
Yeah. So you'll be able to find out when you have the earliest trace of a cold and start to fight it then. Or we've found 2 cells of cancer. You haven't even developed the tumor yet.
Wow.
So you'll be able to start a treatment that'll be much easier than if you get the tumor.
Smart toilets, huh?
Yeah, smart toilets. When you just think about it, you're like, oh, maybe it'll be great. But,
Yeah, but none of that stuff is just going to stay within the family, if you will.
Yeah.
There's going to be some insurance company that has access to it, and it's going to affect the cost of your coverage and, primary.
Oh, yeah, they're going to know right away, like, hey, yeah.
We analyzed your shit and your premiums are going up.
So you're
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, what about this? You're like a kid and you're like, your mom comes in, honey, have you been coming in the toilet? Because it's an amazing amount of semen here. Your dad said it's not him. Peter, where would you go back to if you could time travel?
Probably go back to the 1950s.
Why is that?
I always liked the cars. Like I've literally always liked the way the
Well, they're
cars.
still around.
No, but like they were so much nicer.
You could just get a car from then now.
You don't drive. You don't have a license, you New Yorker.
I know. I just want to look at them. And I always wanted to go to one of those fairs that Elvis played at.
Well, my grandparents
Like a World's
worked
Fair
in those fairs.
That's like
my grandparents knew Colonel Tom, and they thought that he was making a gigantic mistake of leaving his carny work to work with this fucking hillbilly. They're like, oh, all right.
And it was Elvis.
It was Elvis, yeah. Now, here's the thing, though. You could go to Carnival back in the 50s. You could probably be a sideshow act. People did not get this large in the 50s.
I know, and like we've talked about it before, but like I went to like a Broadway show last week, and just everything that was built for people from other generations.
It is true.
It's fucking awful.
You could be thin and stuck in and feeling like, oh, this is a very small seat.
I can't sit in the seats usually.
Yeah.
I end up sitting on the stairs in the aisle.
Yeah.
I just can't fit. My knees are like against the seat in front of me. It's awful.
Yeah.
What show did you see?
I saw The Play That Goes Wrong.
How was it?
It was really funny. It was really great.
Who'd you go with?
My friend Evan. Ian couldn't go.
He always has male dates.
That's fun.
I bring my buddies. I bring the guys.
I think it's great that you're seeing theater with your friends.
Yeah. It was nice, man. We had a nice time. He bought me some
I
drinks.
like the way you talk to him like you're his therapist. So you're doing good now. You're
it's
making
good for you.
friends. Yeah.
Each and
You're
every day, you're getting better and better in every way.
You don't feel the need to strike out physically. You're getting that behind you. You're expressing
Did you have any
yourself with
urges?
your words.
Or
You didn't kill any small animals, did you? He does look like. I'm going to leave the door open for our session in case if you start choking me. I want people to know about it.
Do you know how much a drink costs at a fucking Broadway show?
$15.
$30.
That's
$30?
2 drinks was $58 for 2 Tequila Club sodas.
Why didn't you just have a drink before you go in?
Bring a flask.
I didn't know how much it was.
Bring a flask.
Here's what they're trying to do.
$30 a pop, huh?
They don't want people getting drunk there. That's the whole fucking deal.
Yeah.
So they make it like, yeah, we're going to sell you a drink, but it's going to cost you.
I didn't know until they got to the front and they said that'll be $58. And I just looked at my friend like,
What do you do in that situation?
I just
try to
looked
kiss you.
I just looked at him like, I got the tickets, so.
Yeah. Just, why don't you say, look, why don't you take that fucking drink back there? Because I'm not giving you $58.
$58?
I'd rather bite off my own arm than give you $58.
And then my friend goes, are you fucking serious? And she goes, it comes with the cup you can keep.
Oh, yeah.
there you go.
The souvenir cup is the biggest racket in the game.
I'd love to have a cup from a Broadway show. You can fucking buy them on any goddamn street corner for $0.25. Can I get a beach towel, maybe?
A cup that says the play that sucked on it.
Yeah, what's the play
What's it
called?
called? The play
that goes wrong.
The play that goes wrong.
What fucking year was this play done? 1913? Doesn't sound like a modern thing.
It was really good. I'd recommend it. It was really
But is it
funny.
an old play?
It's brand new. It started a few years ago. It's meta. It's so the play is happening on stage and everything's going wrong in the play. So like
Yes,
the
we got
actors
that
are-
from the title.
Yeah.
It's like Inception, Ron.
It's supposed
just
What does that mean, meta? What does that mean if something's meta?
You standing back from it? Is that what you mean? What do you mean by meta?
Meta's like it's like the fourth wall's being broken. It's like
Everything, the fourth wall's being broken.
it's like within that it's
There's no wall.
It's like Ferris
Doesn't
Bueller.
even need to be broken. Ben Bailey, you know we love you here. Thank you so much.
I love you too. This was very fun, as usual.
You're the best, pal. Go ahead and plug
Thanks,
away,
buddy.
would you?
Cash Cab airs on the Discovery Channel, and Ben's performing at the Stress Factory in Bridgeport, Connecticut, September 14th and 15th. Go to stressfactory.com for tickets. And Ben will be performing at Green Valley Ranch in Las Vegas on September 21st.
Yes, and I'm Real Ben Bailey on all social media. Please
Ooh,
follow
I'm
me.
going to write to you.
Please follow me.
This is Bennington. Please. Bring it all the way down. Vito, help him. We're bringing Earl started as a producer here. It's one of those McDonald's with the elderly type thing where you bring them in. But
you bring him in during Earl's first day?
No, he's been, he used to do this work. He's been out of this for a while. And his father was in the movie The Shining, Scatman Crothers.
Yeah.
And Earl is, some people call him Scatman Jr., but you like to just think of yourself as Earl.
Yes, very much so.
Looks like you got a shining boy. Scatman was one of my favorite people of all time. His uncle was a comedian, Pigmeat Martin, back in the early 50s? He did what was known as party albums.
Pigmeat was 50s.
Which would be
Pigmeat Martin?
Yeah, Pigmeat.
That's a great name.
He was a contemporary of Red Fox. They would all make
That's
up these
awesome.
crazy names. And
That would
really,
be too offensive today.
Yes, it would
Pig
be.
meat Martin.
Yeah, it would be very, very
It
offensive.
would have to be gluten-free quinoa.
Okay.
Or something.
Is that on the album?
Is that a good first joke?
No. I'm going to go by Molly, and I see a big smile there.
Molly is smiling.
Yeah.
I do love quinoa.
Yeah. But were you smiling out of the awkwardness of it all? or did you
Sometimes
really-
I-
Okay.
Sometimes I do that.
Okay, that's a problem then.
But
What
there's
is it?
plenty more where that came from on my album.
Yes. Your album.
The Worst Kind of Thoughtful is available now on Apple Music, Spotify, and Amazon. MikeVecchione.com.
Thank you. Please buy it. I live under a train. Great to be here. It's really great to be here.
Now, what do you do when the train leaves? That's what you got to think about in the future.
Well, I live with my house husband, Dan Soder, is also a very funny comedian. And
I read an article about him the other day in the paper, just about all the way his single life goes. Did you see that?
No.
I think it was in the Post.
It was the Post.
God, let's get this. And it's definitely, I guess, Dan has a PR guy now, but it said he's an actor on Billions.
Oh, yeah, it said.
Then he has a side.
Oh, that's the best. He flipped out over that. He hates that. He hates that.
Oh,
you know what? I didn't see. He's so humble. I didn't even see the article. Well, he said something about it.
He's not humble. He's trying to keep it to himself. Because,
he said it's his side hustle.
Yeah, his side hustle. But it just made him seem like single guy around town in New York.
Man.
It's rare that I'm actually around on the weekends since I tour a lot. But if I have a free Saturday, I like to sleep in and just naturally wake up. But I always end up just going to Dunkin' Donuts for coffee. I've lived there so long that I know the staff. I love to walk down to Astoria Park down by the water and check out all the dogs. For lunch, I go to a sandwich place called Andrew and Frank's Deli.
What is this?
He plugged Andrew and Frank's. Andrew and Frank's is unbelievable, by the way.
Chris, do you ever go there?
I never go there. I go to Sal, Chris, and Charlie's.
I know Sal, Chris, and Charlie's, and Andrew and Frank's is just, there's all kinds of chicken cutlets and all that stuff
love
laid
chicken
out
cutlets.
for hot food.
Mm.
It's a hot meal. I think your place is more of a
Oh
sandwich
yeah,
place.
he
cold
references
cuts.
this issue here.
What's that?
There's a big debate in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Over that place or a place on the same avenue called Sal, Chris, and Charlie's Deli.
Now, he loves eating at the Olive Tree Cafe.
Right.
Of course. I would argue have some
Of course
the
he
best.
says that. He wants spots.
Yeah. I grew up
We all
idolizing
love
that
eating
back
there.
table because of Colin Quinn, Jim Norton, Bobby Kelly. So sitting back there with my friends like Michelle Wolf, Big J Okerson, and Mark Norman, it's the best.
Jay, first of all, Jay never comes inside.
Right.
He's an outdoor cat. We all
Yeah.
know that. So
He's a
that's a
smoker.
blatant, either the reporter got that wrong or Soder is lying. And
No,
does
the
it
other
say
thing is-
anything about choking hookers in there? Because that's like a routine thing and it's not mentioned.
But if he's going to name check, why not his own fucking roommate?
Why not name drop me who has a new album out now?
Yeah. Everybody's talking about it.
Everybody's talking about it except Dan Soder in an article.
It's The Worst Kind of Thoughtful, available now on Apple Music, Spotify, and Amazon.
Oh wait, are you this unnamed friend who he likes to have long conversations with?
Where?
Who is that?
That's on Sundays.
I have a friend I like to have long conversations with, and we love to do that at museums.
No.
Look at dinosaurs.
Absolutely not.
Now,
I've never been to a museum and I don't think he has either.
here's what I
that's
think it is.
Bullshit.
I think that maybe he takes Tinder dates to the museum and he uses that as a friend so nobody knows which one is being referenced.
He mentions his favorite Italian spots, but he
Yeah.
doesn't mention his favorite Italian roommate.
I got the
This is a
squid
crime.
egg pasta with scallops.
Ooh.
It is not going to
All
be
right,
pleasant
here
when
we
I get
go.
home.
Sometimes my favorite place is on my couch at home. It was one of the first things I bought when I didn't have to work as a waiter at Dos Caminos. Shout out to everyone who's still picking up shifts. He's shouting out the waiters
Yeah.
at some fucking low rent faux Spanish place.
Soder is blue collar. He doesn't forget where he comes from.
Yet he does forget his own roommate. How
He
long you
forgets
guys
his
live
own
together?
roommate, though. 7 years. It's common law.
7
Common law, we're
fucking
locked
years.
He calls it my couch. Does that bother you?
No,
at
he
all?
bought it.
Oh.
He owns everything. So
Do you guys ever have a major fight in the 7 years?
No, we talk it out pretty quick if there's a disagreement.
Yeah.
We get right to it. Communication is the key, Ron.
Yeah, I guess
I
it
think
is.
that's what I want the listeners to know.
And that's really what the new album's about.
Really, communication flows through the 35 tracks of hilariousness.
And that's the
on
worst
this
kind
album.
of thoughtful. It's available now on Apple Music, Spotify, and Amazon.
We do live under a train, though, and we'd like to move across the street to nicer apartments, but still under a train. But because they just built new apartments next to the CrossFit.
Now, how often did the train come over you?
Every 7 minutes.
Okay.
But we use it like it's very meditative after a while. And we just incorporated it into our peaceful, deep breathing practices.
But when you bring a woman home, you got to explain it, right?
Yeah,
you got to be like,
explain
hey,
it.
I know this is going to feel awkward, and you're going to want to stop.
No, they're too busy being punished sexually
to
even realize that there's a train. They're catching another train. Am I right? Can I?
She's a feminist.
There's
Molly's
no
a
one here to
feminist.
high five on that one.
No, Molly's a feminist, and I won't high five in front of a feminist.
That's sexually empowering for a woman.
Yeah, a train.
No, to get banged out under a train, or to bang us out under a train. Am I using the wrong terminology?
You are. And this is, I'll just say this to Molly. He's not like this. He's a little amped up. He's got an album out. He's trying to impress the other
You're
boys.
going to hate track 31 on my album if you're not.
Is that the worst kind of thoughtful? Available now on
By
Apple
the way,
Music.
is this a double album? Has anyone ever put 35 tracks on
I will
one fucking
put
album?
You don't want to give me a special? Is that what you're going to play? You don't want to give me a special? I'll put everything on a fucking album and I'll shove it down your throat.
Do you have the kind of management that can get you pitched the right kind of special, though? Because I got the perfect manager for you.
Really?
Ronnie B. I'll tell you why.
Pitch me.
Believe in you,
Yeah.
okay? Like I believe in nothing else. To
thank
me, you're fucking
I want you to be
talent.
my dad. Forget my manager.
First of all, he's got this talent as an unbelievable writer. But second of all, the push with him, the push. I'm out having a nice smoke. He's listening to his sets before he goes in to redo it.
Make small adjustments. Always got to improve. Play like a champion. I think it's Rocky that taught us. You get knocked down, you get fucking back up. You start swinging.
See, I didn't watch the end of that. I just thought, here's a guy, a low rent guy that's never going to make anything out of himself.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I only watched the first 20 minutes. His life turns
bailed on
around.
Rocky?
Yeah, I'm going to watch a movie about a fucking leg breaker
come
from
on.
South Philly. No, I'm getting out of here. Molly, you have the kind of physicality now. Like you really were turned off a little bit, but what he said, right?
Oh, about the
A little offensive, banging out a girl.
You know, it uses some violent language,
Right.
or language derived from violence.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, the way he was raised, he's from, he's from a rust town.
Rust Belt. There's nothing left.
Where
of
are you
it.
from?
Yeah.
Youngstown, Ohio.
There you go.
I mean, it's a boxer's town. It's a town that had factories, and now it's a town without hope. It's a town without pity,
No one gives us a puncher's chance of coming out of that
That's
town.
all you want.
We just want a chance.
That's all Rocky had. That one fucking punch, That one thing. And that's why Rocky 2 sucks. Rocky 3 is because...
Ron, what are you doing?
What?
Really?
Yeah.
I think that it's so great that when he gets punched, he's like a peaceful, he's a shy guy, but you see in the beginning scene when he's fighting Spider Rico that he's not doing well, but then Spider Rico does something really cheap to him, like bites him or something, or headbutts him. He headbutts him, I think, and then Rocky starts fighting like a maniac.
No,
so that's
I
very
agree with
real.
No,
It's very
the
real.
first one is real. He's a street guy.
Yeah.
After that, it becomes science fiction. It becomes a fucking Marvel movie. Rocky 2, Rocky 3. The purity of Rocky 1, it's a great film.
Right.
And the other thing is, and I'm glad that somebody put this in the 70s, a lot of people would date special needs girls, and they would take her to the zoo.
You're defending the driver that was mean to Rocky?
He wasn't mean. He pointed out the truth.
You know what the best line in the entire movie is?
What's that?
When the mob guy, what's his name? They're the three of them in the car, the driver, the mob guy, and Rocky. He pulls Rocky aside after the confrontation, and he goes, the driver, he don't like you. And he's like, yeah. He's like, some guys hate for no reason. That's the best line in the entire movie. Some guys hate for no reason.
It is kind of beautiful, isn't it?
That wouldn't be acceptable today at all.
To me, the best line in the movie is Paulie, as always, when he yells, "You busted!" After he had already pulled off the turkey leg. I ran into him in the street one time. And this was back when The Sopranos were out. Remember, he had a year on The Sopranos or something? And I see him right outside of the subway. I come out of the subway, and there he is. Paulie, fucking idol, my idol movie when I was a kid. I said, hey, you're doing so great in that Sopranos. And he's like, hey, thank you, man. And he takes his hand, he puts it behind my neck, and it was so powerful. And he pulls me in, and we were forehead to forehead. He's like, yeah, thank you.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And I'm like, this fucker's strong as an ox.
Yeah.
And it's up to him when he lets go. I didn't fucking.
Oh my God.
I didn't pull
What were
back.
your arms doing?
I was just like dangling like a baby, like I'm here. You know, like when your uncle, like you have an uncle pick you up and he starts to kiss you in the mouth. You know what I mean? He's like, hey, and I'm like, you don't know me. They always would yell, you don't know me. Those uncles that you wouldn't see much. You're just like, I'm going to go with this until the uncomfortable.
You're right. I
over.
don't. I don't know you.
No. Chris, I want you to plug this project because if I get this gentleman under my Ron Bennington management, I've never seen him not come out of the fucking gates looking to have a big show. He's hilarious.
Mike Vecchione's new album, The Worst Kind of Thoughtful, is available now on Apple Music, Spotify, and Amazon. Go to MikeVecchione.com for all of Mike's dates.
The Spotify thing is cool. That's new, right? Like the you know, when Spotify first started out, it wasn't always comedy available.
I don't know. I'm the worst technology guy ever. I have to have I meet with a guy. You're really going to laugh at this. I meet with a friend of mine once a week, and he helps me with all of my technology. I'm very, very bad. No, Dan Soder doesn't. I mean, Dan Soder's, he's so busy doing other things.
Right.
Going to museums, according to him. Craziness.
Why don't you write a rebuttal on the New York Post and try to get it done?
Dan Soder goes to museums? Catch the real story. I did like a thing of when he did his hour. I did a couple of interviews and posted them. It was really funny. I did it like I was bothering him. Like I was following him around the apartment. Can you give us a second? Can you give us a second? Can you sit down and talk to the people? And he went to the bathroom and shut the door on me. And then there's a hole in our bathroom door. And I'm like, can you explain this? And then he popped the door open. He's like, hey, don't. He's like, I'm like, do you want to explain this hole in the door or you want me to explain it? And it's the greatest story ever.
Yeah.
It really is. He got mad at the girl he was dating at the time. He took her out for her birthday, whole weekend, everything. It was great. And then he goes to watch the Niners on Sunday, and she calls and she goes, I'm having cake with my Nana tonight. And he's like, cool, have a good time. And she's like, don't you want to come? And he's like, yeah, I told you I was watching the Niners. I'm watching the Niners. We had the whole weekend together. I bought you your gift. We went on a trip. You know, I told you I wanted to watch the Niners. She's like, but my Nana wants to have cake. You're not coming up for my birthday? And then he lost it and punched the door. I couldn't stop.
Did he go?
I couldn't stop laughing.
Did he go have cake?
Laughing. Yes, he did.
See,
he went and had cake and then came back.
That's what annoys me about it. Like he's that angry. And is he still with that girl now?
No.
No, you're not.
You missed the game.
But hilarious.
Boundaries. You got to have
hilarious. Hilarious.
You find it also to be violent?
No.
No, I understand what you're saying.
No.
That's a crime against women.
No, I don't think that's a crime
against the
women.
door, Molly. Molly, it's a crime against the door.
How many women do you know that have punched a hole in a door?
Oh, you guys don't.
Or could.
You guys don't take revenge other ways?
We
How about not talking to somebody for days? That's your punching a hole in the door. You want to have it out? Let's have it out.
Punching a hole in an emotional door.
Yeah, you guys do it emotionally.
This sounds like a show I'd love to pitch for you guys. Of a kind of a he said, she said, then he hit her show. That would be great on FX or FXX. It's up to you guys. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I want the world. I want to have these kids working now. Well, this album is going to apparently get some controversy.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm sure it's going to be great. 35 tracks.
There's nothing controversial in the album, I don't think.
No. You actually aren't even a guy who curses on stage, right?
I don't curse that much. I'm such a dummy. I was going through the album, editing it, and you can give it to clean networks if the track is entirely clean. And I'll say fuck or shit for no reason on the track. I'm like, yeah, I'm just a great businessman.
Yeah.
Just screwing myself out of money left and right. There's no reason to say that. I'm just saying that because it's a club and I feel like in a club mode. You ever do that?
I've never not cursed, even when I was on regular.
Did you really used to curse on the air when you were?
Yeah, we had to dump out all the time. Earl will tell you about it. Earl, that was his job.
Yeah, we had to. And you would catch yourself too. You just go like,
fuck.
Did you bleep it out? Is it bleeps?
No, it was just like a delay.
Oh,
So
okay.
you hit the delay. It's much sloppier. But I'm going to tell you, the O&A, I used to come in every day and look at the O&A things because they would say why. Because there would be a guy whose job was to sit there in the other room and cut stuff out. So I'd come in and just pick up the sheet and be like 2 pages of just like, and I'd be like, why did they think they could get cunt on the air? That's never going to happen. And I would laugh. It would be I get to work and have a quick laugh at how many times they were dumped out during their show.
2 pages, that's a lot.
Yeah, 2 pages. And then sometimes they would be like mad at the guy for dumping them, and they would be kicking on the door and threatening him while they were on the air, and he wouldn't come out. He would, remember that dude? I can't think of his name now.
It was John.
Huh?
John Constantino.
No. This is
it started with a J2. I know you're talking
the
about.
guy who went. He went and was a PD in Detroit for a while. Nice man. He was Jeremy's right hand guy.
Oh my God! I can't remember. I could see him.
Then there would
Craig,
be things,
Swab.
if you dumped out so much that it would take the tape down, and what we used to call going to Van Halen, because the Van Halen song would
really?
kick in until you got enough.
I always
fucking-
wondered how you rebuild the delay. I
Yes.
didn't realize that was an option.
Yeah. And that was done like all the way downtown at the fucking stick, right?
Yeah, that was just Schwab would just go crazy because they would be pounding on the door, and he was just like, "I'm just doing."
One time they were having a big war with Howard about something, and they had cursed so much that they went to Van Halen. So I fucking like went back and I was coming on next, and then I acted like I was having a fight with Eddie Trunk, and I said the exact fucking things as them. I was just reading their drop list until I went to Van Halen. And a lot of people writing in going, "Hey, Eddie Trunk's a really nice guy. I mean, he plays a lot of metal music you don't get to hear anywhere else." Go ahead and plug it, Chris.
Mike
Don't
Beck-
sit there with the fucking, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to feel like you want people to buy this album.
Mike Vecchione's new album, The Worst Kind of Thoughtful. It's available now on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, on iTunes. Go to MikeVecchione.com for all of Mike's
Can I say the comic support on this has been unbelievable? All the comics have
I've seen
risen up and just plugged it multiple times.
I saw Kreischer.
Kreischer did.
No.
Big J, Attell.
Nothing from Soder, though.
Nothing
Your own
strangely
fucking roommate.
He's too busy at museums.
Yeah, I guess he
just
is.
being cultured.
Who's
and
he, Indiana Jones now? Here's an odd thing, though. Governors? You're going to tape something at
I
Governors?
taped at Governors.
One of the noisiest, loudest, fucked up places.
Well, they asked me in an interview. I was like, I really wanted the club feel. They're like, what about the noise? I was like, I wanted the club feel. I wanted the authenticity of it. I'm an artist.
Yeah. Well, that's how we think
I love
of
outrage.
artists.
Doesn't outrage get attention, right?
Yeah,
now?
it does. I'm constantly in false outrage. Now you're watching.
I like fake outrage.
You're watching the Thursday night game, right?
I'm going to it.
I'm
a fan. I'm a fan, so I'm going to go to it.
You're going to miss.
What are you guys going to do? Watch it on TV?
Yeah, because we can see the Kaepernick thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Kaepernick 2 minutes.
What? It's a Nike ad?
Yeah, it's a Nike ad. He takes the American flag, he lays it down, pulls his pants down, he fucking wipes his ass all the way down the flag.
Come on.
And he said, "This is what I think of the veterans, and this is what I think of the troops." Then a troop comes back, he spits, he just hockers a loogie
In the face?
on them. I don't know whether it was the face or just the back of the head. And like, "You veterans do nothing," he yelled.
Is this
And then-
a real commercial or is this a web series idea that you have?
It just then there's a close up of the sneakers. It just says Nike. Are you going to buy Nikes or are you going to be against them?
I'm buying Nikes.
Okay. Earl?
Might even get a jersey. Support him. Support him all the way.
Personally, I need New Balance. So
Yeah, I buy Asics.
Yeah.
'Cause I have a wrestling background, so Asics was always our shoe.
But you're getting no support there. Look at him. Of
What are you
course he
talking
has a
about?
wrestling
I have a
background.
wrestling background. I'm I'm sorry, I said that like I was offended. I actually do have a wrestling background. If you check track 4 of my new album, it talks all about. I really get personal on this one.
That's the worst kind of thought.
Can I get more water? There's one with ice. There's one. Is
Take
one of
the
these
one with
liquor?
ice. Fez just tweeted me that it was Craig. Craig
Schwab.
Yeah, Earl did say Craig.
Okay.
Hey, Fez.
Way to back up, Earl. That was nice. Even after everything he said about the troops. What troops do you hate the worst? The Marines?
SEALs. You really hate SEALs.
Is that the ones that did that song Crazy? Because that's fucking amazing. I support those SEALs. Well, we're never gonna get by unless.
That's a great
Who's he dating now that he's no longer with the German model?
He's not with Heidi Klum anymore?
No,
Yeah,
it's
they broke
over.
up.
Wow, that's a
she
travesty.
was with Julian Schnabel's young son. I think 14 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, she is with some young guy.
Yeah. See, it's okay when it's on that side of it. You know what I mean? But
when it's a woman.
Yeah.
When a woman takes power.
Yeah.
Takes
But
charge.
Mike dates a girl in high school. And a lot of people look down on that. Like, what are you doing coming here with your Camaro, picking up your girlfriend?
She's going to get her GED, I think. I don't think high school's the way for her.
Yeah, I understand what you're thinking.
You know?
You know what I mean? Like, you really need a degree to be a waitress?
We're working class people.
Yeah. Well, you know, what are you doing? Putting on Seal?
Well, Seal, yeah.
Stop it.
That really is a great song.
Yeah.
To get ready for something?
Either blast it or, yeah.
Yeah, do you have pump-up music
Before what?
before your sets?
Oh, no. I like that. This is a great one.
Yeah.
I like All I Do Is Win.
Yeah.
That's a great one. But it's not great if you get pumped up to that and then have a bad set. Kind of takes the
I always,
wind out of your
before any event, do Cats in the Cradle and just think about my dad. When you coming home, son, I don't know when.
And at the end of the song, the son becomes heartless.
Yes.
He becomes his father.
He becomes a man. He becomes a man. And then you go,
Is that
oh,
being a man?
Yes.
Not caring about your elderly father?
Or your children.
Or your
so
children.
you're in a
yeah.
thing where you're not paying attention to your children
Right.
or your father. Or your father, yeah.
Yeah. You're on autopilot, basically. Your real attention is on your job.
Here's when yes, like you should be. But I think this is when you become a man. When you the first time you said to your father, I never realized this, but you're a racist. You know what I mean? But I have a real theory about this. You don't get more racist as you get older, but you don't progress as much as progress.
Right.
That's the difficult thing to pull off.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, I thought we could still say that word. No.
For a long time, I didn't know mulatto was bad. But then someone had to point that out to me.
Dude, I'm surprised you would even say that now, and I'll be surprised if you're not fired for saying that word.
Jesus Christ. I didn't know. Is ignorance an excuse? Ever?
No. Why not? Ignorance is the problem.
It should be.
No, ignorance is the problem.
Check his tweets.
Yeah.
Check his tweets. Let's see how deep this
Do you
goes.
Twitter?
I have no Twitter, no.
You just Tinder.
I was just on Tinder, yeah. That
You
was
were
the
on
only-
Tinder?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he was a heavy Tinder person.
Really?
Before he
It was
found this girlfriend.
Probably compulsive Tindering, I would have to say.
Girlfriend now?
I have a girlfriend now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you
How
meet her
long?
through Tinder?
I did not, no.
How'd you meet her?
He's in love with this girlfriend.
Oh,
he
yeah.
has.
Oh, yeah, big time. Yeah, no, I met her through at a house party.
Oh, nice. Through
Now-
a mutual friend.
Yeah. Now, Mike, you're not able to love. You have something
No,
wrong
I'm
inside.
blocked.
Yeah.
I have blockages.
I always, and I think that this shows how woke I am. I just I wonder all the time as if I love on the same level that other people do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe that I do.
Really?
Yeah. I don't.
What's that mean? You don't have the feeling of love for other people?
I don't think well, you can't know what other people describe as love inside of them. And certainly, like my chick, I know has a much more empathetic person for the world. You know what I mean? She's able to say the world, I want good things and do all kinds of things like that. And I'm like, okay, I know I don't love on that level, but then I'm going, maybe I don't even love on the level that a Chris Stanley can love. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, do you have unconditional love?
No, I've heard it described as you're going to hate this. So just listen up.
Okay.
You've got your circle of care, which encompasses the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
I messed this up. You've got your circle of kindness, which encompasses the whole world, and then you have your circle of care, which is just your select few. I have found that to be a guiding kind of principle.
Well, I mean, like if there were, like, let's say you looked out your window and there was some starving kids, you would walk out and give them food and stuff. But you don't do that for people in Africa. How far away do they get from your house before you stop caring? You know what I mean? Before it bothers
We're talking about different kinds of love here. I thought we were talking about romantic love.
Oh, I was.
And then you
until
brought
the circle of
Africa
care.
and
The
starvation
I had to follow
into
her
it.
down.
I don't think.
You addressed her circle of care.
Yeah.
You were addressing the larger
But yes,
concentric circle.
I don't think most men can love on the same thing as a woman can. A woman, they're more in touch with love than men.
I disagree with that. I think men can love too. It just manifests itself differently.
Jealousy, violence.
Well,
no,
that's
Mike,
the,
that's
no,
not
that's
love.
the opposite side of the coin, Ron.
Yeah.
That's the opposite side of the coin. So when a guy's like stalking a chick and going,
Yeah.
"Come on, Marie, give me another chick," like that's love, but the opposite side of it.
It is certainly not love. Love is just the opposite, where you would put them first. Yours is selfishness, and that is never love. The thing is, your thing is, how do I feel? How do I feel? And I'm saying a woman understands true love by how does everybody feel. You see that even Molly was like worrying about like Vito when we were laughing at him earlier. Like, you are doing good, Vito. It wouldn't occur to us to go, is Vito doing okay? You know what I mean?
I heard him some more, actually.
I feel like it's because men from birth basically are taught that they can't express themselves emotionally. They can't cry. They can't.
And I think it's just the opposite. We weren't taught that. We just can't express ourselves.
No, I think it's the expectation. Because if you go to a playground, kids who are 3, 4, 5 years old,
legally I can't. Believe me, I want to.
You can start a fight by asking who's the sissy here, and so weakness already by the time you're 3 or 4 or 5 has been stigmatized for little boys. They cannot.
I would agree with you that the first word that you don't want to be called is sissy.
Yeah, because there's a stigma associated with men, expressing themselves emotionally, any emotion except for anger. Because what is
Look at this kid doesn't know that we can see him, and he's watching himself in the mirror. And just look now, she's coming over, and they're both just swinging back and forth, not realizing.
I kind of disagree with that because have you ever been around Latin men or Italian men? It's like very emotional.
Oh, no, I don't have to be. I'm doing very well. Now, Chris, would you say you or your chick, who is closer to understanding love?
Oh, she is. I'm not. I feel like my father was a very, very cold man. I felt no love between him and my mother. I remember one day, as a small child, nervous child, biting my fingernails, and he comes up to me and says, "What are you, a bitch?" I'm like, "What the fuck?"
That is right.
I was fucking a little fucked up
I know,
kid.
but you were like a little bitch chewing on your nails.
I was nervous.
You
I wonder
understand
why.
how he felt looking at this?
Father made you nervous.
You know what I mean?
The reason.
Yeah, because he wanted to look over and be proud of you, like having a kid that was a real goer, a rough and tumble kid. And what is he stuck with? A little bitch.
It's fucking bullshit.
That scarred you, huh?
It definitely stuck out.
Yeah.
Why the fuck
That's
did that
crazy.
happen?
That's a crazy thing.
Let me tell you something. When we would get together, whole families on Sundays, the way the women loved me was unbelievable when I was a little kid. They would talk about me while I sat there. They would say stuff, and I would walk down that hall, and those guys would immediately, they'd be watching a ball game. They immediately start busting my balls when I came in the room.
Yeah, because they can't. If they were to love on you in the same way that the women in your family did, they would be, they would be considered less of men. Because to show emotion is to be weak, and to be weak is to be less of a man.
Yes.
My uncles used to do this thing where they would say, for a while they did it, where they would say hello to me and smack me in the face. But like really hard, smack me in the face, and then grab me and pull me in and kiss me in the face.
Because they loved you.
They loved me, but it got to the point where it's like, it would stun me with how hard they would smack me in the face.
But here's why. They didn't want you to grow up to be a little nail-biting bitch. You know what I mean? And that's why you got a new album coming out, and this fucking guy's singing your praises.
Yeah, Mike
that's how he
Vecchione.
makes his fucking money.
His new album, The Worst Kind of Thoughtful, it's available now on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, Google Play, MikeVecchione.com for all of Mike's dates.
Hey, Joey B, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Hey, good test is you see the homeless guy in the corner and the light's red, you're going to stop and probably give him money. The real test is when that light turns green. Do you hold up traffic and still give him money, or do you say, I got to go?
First of all, we have too much homeless. You see homeless people twice a year,
Yeah.
so it's a big deal. Nobody has enough money in the world to give out money here.
Yeah.
Here's what I like to do with homeless people. A little trivia contest to take out a bucket. I go, we're going to do 3 questions. And have some fun with it. Now, if they're doing a dance or playing a little instrument, they're going to get the entertainment dollar out of me. But just asking, what are we going to learn out of that? Chris,
yes.
You ever give out homeless money?
Never. Actually, I was just in Mexico City, and the homeless were rampant, and didn't give them 1 peso.
Any city. Doesn't matter what city you go to now. Every city has an incredible amount of homeless.
Vancouver's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the answers are because it's tough.
I'll tell you this. I
What?
thought we made America great again. I guess not for everybody, right, Earl?
Absolutely.
What are you saying? It's the troops' fault? They get all the money?
Green Berets.
Are you a socialist, Earl?
No, I'm a stone cold moderate.
Stone
cold
First of all,
moderate.
just by the way you dress, you're a radical. You look like fucking Huey Newton came in here to settle a score. Every day I'm looking over my fucking shoulder. I know you can't bring up politics because you're at NPR, but Huey Newton was he part of the Chicago 8? I know he's a Black Panther. Was he a Chicago 8 guy?
That was
Though your brother's bound and gagged, and they tied him to a chair.
And that was Bobby Seale.
Bobby Seals, Philadelphia's own Bobby Seals.
Yeah.
Yeah, Huey had a separate
50
trial.
years ago.
Yeah, over 50 years ago.
No, exactly 50. 1968 is when the fucking thing was, and then the trial came after that. Or I'll never try to beat me in Black Panther history. This is something that I'm one of the best.
I thought you were going to say never question a white man.
No.
I thought that's what you were going to say.
No.
I don't even fucking see color.
No.
I only hear it. Like when you say axe, I go, okay, now I know. Now I know. Earl, do you have an outside family? Because I'd love to meet them if you do.
No, I don't have an outside family.
Okay. But if you do, I'd love to have those kids come over.
Very happy marriage, 60 years.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
60 years, 8 kids.
You?
No.
Didn't you think that he's been married that long?
Oh, my parents.
was confused.
You never said your parents.
You fucking idiot.
Earl, do
you
you
don't realize she doesn't know how old black people are. No one does.
I was like,
Earl's never
really?
married at all. Or have you had sex?
Yes.
Okay.
Earl, do you have kids?
No.
That he knows.
Are you married? Wait, did you already ask if he was married? Are you married?
No, not married.
Are you on any of these dating sites?
None, not at all.
Really?
Let me run your Tinder profile, please.
Dude, you know how well he would do?
I know.
They're
He'd
fucking,
clean up.
Women love Earl. And he's also very sensitive.
To a fault.
And didn't you have sex with Stalker Patty once?
No.
Who's Stalker
I think it
Patty?
was half a Hulk face he had sex with.
That's fucking disgusting, Chris.
Why?
And it's unwoke.
Mike Vecchione's new album is kind of thoughtful. It's available now
All
on
these
Apple
issues will
Music,
be discussed.
Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, iTunes, MikeVecchione.com for all of Mike's dates.
Do you want a special? Is that what you want?
I want one, yeah. I fucking want one bad.
And
I
you
did the
pitched
album
these-
in light of, in lieu of, I don't know how to talk, but instead of, I didn't get a special, so I was like, I got to get all this material out so I can start working on other stuff.
Look,
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna
but I would do
put
it.
together. I'm gonna put together my own management team. You're gonna be in it.
But where would it go? Where would the
It's gonna be
special
you,
go?
T.J. Miller, Jeremy Piven, Louis, and hopefully Bill Cosby. That fucking crew.
I think
And
I'm
it's-
the worst comic actually out of all of them.
and worst person.
I don't appreciate.
By the way,
Ron, I didn't appreciate that.
I'm going to tell you right now.
I want him stricken from. Can we do Van Halen on that?
I'm going to tell you for a fact you're not the worst person in that list.
I think Netflix is all booked up right now.
Netflix is done.
They're booked up.
Okay, I'm taking the virtual reality.
I don't even care. I just want it on a platform that people will see it. You know,
That's who's coming in last. Oh, can you even read it?
is that
Just
Chinese
No.
coming in next?
No, that's who's
Oh,
on
yeah.
that list. That's worst. No, Cosby is not coming in next, please. I have had Cosby on the show before.
Really?
Not a nice man.
Really? Well, it adds up.
I'll just say this: I felt like I felt like he treated me like Theo. If I'm going to be totally honest to you, he started, acting like he was in charge.
Wow.
I had to say, "Hey, Bill, I'm not the one who gets the chairs in the water, so stop asking me about it. I'll fucking take you right down to North Philly right now."
Oh my
And
God.
end this thing. Chris, were you there for that?
Oh, I was there for that. Yeah.
He was condescending.
Yeah, he was condescending.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing was, he came in with these positive rappers that they did positive rap songs. He was going to take on hip hop and bring it down and then he started going, "Where's the 8 chairs for them?" And I go, "Well, I didn't book these guys. We had Bill Cosby." And he goes, "And what was water? I want a glass bottle with water in it.
Still water.
And I want glasses."
What?
And I go like this. Maybe you didn't hear. You've been gone a long time, Bill, but I'm not the guy who gets the fucking water.
Did you really say that?
It got a little fucking tense right away.
Yes, it did.
And I love this guy.
Yeah.
I loved him. Next thing I know, he gives me something for my headache, and I wake up and
No,
it just
don't
fucking,
take it.
Yeah. And I'm like this. I go, "Somebody come on my hoagie?" Because thought we'd do a whole Philly thing. I've been loving you.
Did you go through the whole interview without him walking out, or?
Yeah, no, it was
No,
nice. I'm a professional.
But it was chippy at
All
first.
this was all happened off the air.
Yeah.
All
But how'd
happened
you
off
settle into a polite conversation after
Because
that?
I'm a professional. I mean, I can walk in. I could fucking literally. I could have there was one bad that went viral, but other than that, out of the fucking millions that we did, and by the way, that's the only one people like. You know what I mean? They don't want you to have a wonderful conversation about creativity and drive and stuff. They want you to go, "What did you just say to me, motherfucker?"
Yeah, they want you to attack.
Wait, the
"Oh, that was
interviewee
great." Yeah.
wants you to attack them?
No. The people.
The audience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the audience. Look, I know that you thought Earl was married for 60 years.
I was so confused.
He's fucking 19 years old. No one knows how old you are, Earl. Like you fucking lived under a bridge and stopped rams from walking over. No one knows your age.
Black don't crack.
You know
Earl's
what I
dressed
like
like
about
an
Earl, though?
assassin.
You wear your stuff on the outside like I do. You act like you work in a fucking factory, and I'm the same way. These guys bust up their shit by putting them in their wallet. Me and you look
easier
like
that
we're
way.
working on Boeing right now. That's our fucking job.
Earl's dressed like an umpire.
Earl
Is any of this landing?
Let me tell you,
Anywhere?
I've known Earl for 18 years.
Yeah?
And he looked exactly the same, his face, and was wearing exactly the same clothes. Nothing about him changes.
No kidding.
Yeah.
The uniform, I like it.
The old Earl was old rock and roll, WNEW. In the 90s is when you started, Earl?
89.
89. Wow. And there was a rumor that he helped Guns N' Roses bury a dead hooker. That was always the rumor, that Earl's the guy that if you have to get rid of a dead body, he would go drive around and he would have the station van. He'd have lye in his shovel in the back in case he had to get rid of a body.
What? Did that happen a lot?
We don't talk about those things.
He's a professional.
He's not a snitch.
No, he's not. He's a fucking good guy.
Guns N' Roses, they wrote that song. They wrote, did
Just
you read
love it, but I had to kill her?
Did you read the biography, or was it an autobiography?
What do you want to, why? What are you bringing up?
They wrote that song, I Want to Watch You Bleed. They wrote it about Washington Heights. It's about where I used to live. I lived in Inwood for 8 years. So they wrote that song about Welcome to the Jungle, about that neighborhood.
That would be impossible
That really
because
that hits
none
home
of
for
them
me.
had been to New York. They all went straight from the Midwest to LA. So the next time you come in here with a bullshit
I don't
story,
think that's true.
You no, I know
don't
it
think
for a
that's.
fact.
I don't think it. I read in their biography that that's what happened. That's what the song was about. It was about
don't
the
care
bridge, the George Washington Bridge, a car breaking down, and them having to walk into 175th Street to
All right, Earl, let me check
get
with
help.
you. Guns N' Roses ever live in New York?
I don't think any of them lived there.
I don't know if they lived. I don't know if they lived in New York.
Thank you.
I don't know. Is this the controversy that you wanted?
Yeah.
I don't know if they lived in New York. I know their car broke down on the GW, and then they had to walk.
It's like I'm listening to fucking Trump the way you lie, Mike. It's like Trump came in here and thinks that he could lie to somebody and get away with it.
You're fake news.
The point is, folks, this album is fantastic. It is so good.
I'll just start mumbling under my breath.
Yeah.
I will go there because I can't. My emotions can't come out because I don't want to be called a sissy.
I think that you should.
But you are a little bit sissy. I mean, the thing about you, you got girl eyes. You got pretty fucking girl eyes.
I mean, the proper way, the feminine way to say that. Molly, I want to bring you into this.
Feminine or feminist?
Feminine.
Okay.
Feminine is kind eyes. I have kind eyes. I have loving. It's the outside concentric circle that she was talking about earlier.
The circle of kindness.
Circle of kindness. I have kind eyes. But when he looks at me, he's like, you got bitch in your eyes. You got bitch in your eyes. And he just thinks that he could like push my head down.
Here's what I
before a
want you to
set.
do.
Like push my head. Are you ready to go up? You ready to go up? I'm like,
I like
stop.
you to do this. Pull your fucking shirt down and make it like a little dress so that you can prance around here with those pretty eyes. That's what I want you to fucking do. I want you to sing Good Ship Lollipop to me and Chris. All right, while you rub our feet. Is that a fucking problem for you?
This feels like the first day of jail.
I would see that as the last day of jail for you if you came in girl eyes. Everybody would be fucking talking about it.
I feel like if we were in jail together, you would punk me the first day. You would just take my food.
Why did we have to be in jail? I'll take you out to lunch right now and do that. Anyway, he's a beautiful man. Actually, you're a guy that men think is a good-looking guy, but I don't know if women do.
I approve.
Oh, yeah. But would you say,
on behalf of all
let's say
women.
you and Soder came in, you didn't do your acts or anything.
Soder blows me away.
And yet, to men,
Women-wise.
I don't think Soder is an attractive guy, but to women, he is. To men, you're an attractive guy.
I think I'm an attractive guy, and they're like, I don't think that women see it that way at all.
They don't like you at all.
No, they do not see. They don't see it that
talk
way.
to them. I go,
What do
like,
you mean?
What? Because I've said to women, I go, well, you know, they go, Mike Vecchione. I go, the good-looking kid. And he comes up in there going, good-looking.
Yeah,
Vecchione.
that's really true.
And then I go, and then they'll tell me, you know, who's attractive is Dan Soder. I'm going, what? He's fucking Frankenstein. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a bunch of us should get torches and chase him down to that fucking Astoria restaurant that he loves so much. But no, they love him.
They love Soder.
They love him. But he, like, I've had a girl at the stand go, hey, would you give Soder my number? And I go, hey, there was a little girl in here, and he's like, I don't fucking want it.
No.
I'm not interested.
Yep.
And he'll say, I'm not Mark Norman, okay? I'm with women that when I care about them. And I go, you're with women, you're probably a fucking lesbian then. Do you think women think that you're good looking, Chris?
I don't know.
I think they do. That's why you did so well on Tinder.
Yeah, that has to be it. I think women are really into you. How tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
See, I think height has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
I think you put me on somebody 6'3", you put my face and my general body on a 6'3", I think I clean up.
4'10", 4'11"?
Jesus.
Shorter?
5'8".
Wow. I
think that's a real problem for women.
I never saw you as a 5'8".
Yeah,
guy.
I'm a 5'8".
Wow. I thought you were much smaller. I was worried about you when you were in the pool. I was keeping an eye on you the whole time. How funny is this guy? I know that you don't like his masculine energy.
She doesn't care for it. But my
Is he
kind
too
eyes.
short?
Kind Eyes, new album coming out.
Yeah. What's it called?
Oh, it's The Worst Kind of Thoughtful. It's available now on Apple Music, Spotify.
And I talk about relationships on that album.
Yeah.
So
What,
it's
The
a
Worst
weird
Kind of
take.
Thoughtful?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's available on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, Google Play, all streaming services, MikeVecchione.com for all of Mike's dates.
I'm going to tell you this
You guys
about
are the
Vecchione,
best.
and I mean it. He is in the Gary Goldman stage of writing now. His writing is unbelievable.
Thank you so much. And do you know that I was at Montreal? I don't want to brag.
Yeah.
I was in Montreal. You were in Montreal. You did that in New York versus LA. But I caught Gary Goldman outside of an elevator, and we're friends. And we took a picture, and I put the caption of the picture, the most underrated, undercelebrated, but brilliant comic of our times. And then I wrote, with friend Gary Goldman. I was like, I sucked myself off.
Oh, that's great. Fuck you, Gary. All right, Molly, thank you so much.
Thanks for having
How
me.
long are you in town for?
Just until tomorrow.
Okay, enjoy your trip back to Boston.
Thank you.
And the National Public Radio. And they're doing great stuff. Ben Bailey.
Cash Cab airs on Discovery Channel, and he's performing at the Stress Factory in Bridgeport, Connecticut, September 14th and 15th.